Everyone. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening, this beautiful Friday night. We have a amazing episode of Homies Helping Homies for you tonight. I have a cast of wonderful people that are content creators, creatives that I wholeheartedly respect and admire, and I'm so blessed and grateful to have them here tonight. And if you've never seen a Homies Helping Homies episode, what we do here is we play Dungeons and Dragons, and we have usually a comedic or kind of adventure tonight, and there's also a tip menu. Now, that tip menu allows you, as the viewer, to be able to tip money to change accents, the theme, and do sultry mode and whatever else to make the viewing experience more enjoyable. Now, that money all gets pooled together at the end of the night and is split 5 ways to help out these creatives, including myself, with our endeavors, whether it be equipment or what have you, to just help out a little bit more. So this project is near and dear to my heart, and I hope you enjoy. So what we're gonna do now is go around the cast and have them introduce themselves, and if any of them don't say how amazing they are with their full chest, they will get the disadvantage on their first roll tonight. So starting off with Pawn Plays, tell us about how amazing you are and what you're gonna use the money for tonight.
That's just rude. Hi, I'm Pond Plays. I'm super amazing and wonderful and great and super nice, and I love everybody and I'm super supportive, and I'm trying to be really positive so I don't get disadvantaged. Um, I am uh brain.exe stop work. Anyway, I am a TTRPG streamer pretty much exclusively. I guest on a lot of streams. You can also find me every Monday over at Fateful Encounters at 7:30 Yeehaw time, where we play, you guessed it, Dungeons and Dragons. Any tips that I get tonight will actually be going to helping me get a stream deck, because I am going to be running a stream here in the near future where I am both DMing and running tech. So having a stream deck would be super useful because I can just push the button. And you can find me on all my social medias at Pond Plays or on Instagram at Pond Plays Games, because apparently another pond likes to play on the Instagrams.
Perfect. And then going over to the ever good looking and dreamy and sultry Discount Bard.
Oh dear, that's me. Hi everyone. I'm Eddie, otherwise known as the Discount Bard. You can find me on all the various social medias at Discount Bard. I also am a TTRPG streamer, and I kind of browse around on various channels, including this one, and also going to be a bard who is having difficulty with words, hence the discount. I'm also regularly going to be occurring on a campaign happening over on DM Screening, otherwise known as Logan, where I get to play a lovely little chaotic goblin artificer named Art, who is just an absolute bundle of joy, my little butterball. And I also am a content creator here on Twitch as well. I do variety content, primarily Sea of Thieves. I'm working my way towards actually DMing my first campaign very soon, which is a nice little transitional segue right there, because that's one of the things that these funds will be working towards. I have some improvements that I want to work on for my stream setup, including uh, some additional equipment and also some possible overlays and stuff like that that I'll be updating for an up and coming Sea of Thieves TTRPG that I want to be airing on my channel. That will be also my DMing debut.
Ooh, that'll be so good. Perfect. And then one of the greatest Twitch streamers live right now, Coral. Could you please introduce how amazing you are and what you'll use the money for tonight?
Well, girl, apparently I'm amazing enough to be one of the greatest living Twitch streamers. So, stun. Hi friends, my name's Coral Reefer. You can find me on twitch.tv/queer venture time, where we do variety streaming and talking about all of the things and smoking a lot of weed, hence the name. Yeah, will talk about all the things like gender, sex, sexuality, kink, politics. If you're looking at the world and thinking the world is like a mess right now, let's talk about what we do with that. Um, Wholesome vibes, incredibly unwholesome conversations. And we hope to see you there. The community is just fucking great, y'all. Y'all, the friends.
Oh, amazing.
Cheers.
And then going over to Emma Panda, we've seen you in Discord. You're one of the most supportive human beings out there. And now I'm so blessed to have you here sharing a table with you. Go ahead and tell us how amazing you are and what you're going to use the money for tonight.
Hi, everybody. Apparently, I'm super amazing, and I will agree with that statement. Um, I'm so amazing that I'll actually correct my name pronunciation to an even better name, and that it's Emma Panada, like empanada, but with Emma in it.
Ah, love it. Love it.
So yeah, I'm Emma Panada. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I just started TTRPG streaming last month. Currently on my channel, we have 2 campaigns running. We have a Curse of Strahd game run by Matihi in the chat, in which I'm one of the players. And then we have a Kids on Bikes / Kids on Brooms game that I run. And then starting soon, we're going to be running an Avatar Legends campaign. And so I'm super excited for all that. I'm also a player in Stella Luna's Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. She was here on the last Homies Helping Homies, I believe, and is just an amazing TTRPG and variety streamer as well. But yeah, the funds that we get from tonight, I'll largely be using to help fund commissioning artists for art that I can use on stream. I've grown up with a lot of friends who are artists, and I am not the best one. And so now that I have a grown-up job, I like commissioning them just to support my artist friends and for using their art in stream games. But it does get expensive, and I've got a whole new round of art that I need to get for Avatar. So any money I get from here, I'll be giving to the artists that I commission for that game.
That's amazing. So my name is D'Angelo Murillo, and I am a tabletop RPG performer. This is my channel. Thank you so much for being here, all of you, including the viewers and everything. I always try with all my heart and soul to create projects that are going to help the community be more inclusive, be more diverse, and get performers paid for their hard work and dedication to this art we call TTRPG and everything like that. So for me, there's a lot of projects that are coming on my channel. It's one up and coming is called TR, that's going to focus on Discount Bard, and then Utahime and a couple other people as well. That's going to be a really cool, like, they're all super like rich, bougie, posh nobles and trying to save their queendom from, you know, utter chaos and destruction. And then, you know, I'm also working on my own tabletop RPG called Emerald Templars, which will be coming out later this year. At least the Kickstarter will. So tonight's funds will be going towards that, on, you know, commissioning POC LGBTQ artists and writers to get them, you know, published credits and get awesome content into this book. That way consumers and customers will enjoy this new, you know, TTRPG that they've hopefully never seen before. Is a grimdark fantasy with a lot of awesome representation from cultures that are usually underrepresented or misrepresented in the fantasy sort of realm. So, and yeah, so to recap, this is Homies Helping Homies. If you're on desktop, you can scroll down and see the banner for Homies Helping Homies. If you click on it, you can go ahead and donate whatever amount you'd like to, and it correlates to whatever effect you want. So there's sultry mode, there's changing accents, there's, you know, giving people like a bonus to stuff. You can become a god in this world and everything. So there's a lot of different things. So actually, I should probably should have gotten you guys that list before. But there are certain gods you can pray to, and they'll give you a +3 to certain rolls and everything. So I'll have to like get that list up super fast. And let me see. That should be good. Yeah, I'll get that in a little bit, I think. And yeah, so tonight's session is going to be horror themed, which I'm super hyped about because I want it to be Halloween, and it's not Halloween yet. So this is my way to force it a little bit. So yes. So what I'm gonna have for you guys do is I'm gonna have a little bit of exposition about where you guys are, set the mood and everything like that, and then you guys will be an already established group that you guys are adventurers, have worked together, and you're currently at the same table, drinking mead, eating hot wings, or whatever you would feel your character would do, like during this happy hour. So like all great adventures, it is a dark and stormy night, and you are in Gentle Breeze Village, specifically the Gilded Tusk, which is the largest tavern in town, the only tavern in town, where there's the hustle and bustle of different commoners that are singing and dancing, drowning their woes in the sweet taste of mead, and chowing down on, like, you know, as I said before, hot wings or what have you and everything. and it's a pretty chill town. You might live here, you might just be in town for the night and like planning to head out in the next day, like, but you're established and you have some W's on the board for as an adventuring group. People know your name. You don't have like a Nike sponsorship yet or anything like that, but it's going to that direction sometime soon. So, the problem that you currently face is that you've checked the bounty board and checked the like help wanted, and there's nothing good there. There's stuff for like, help me pick weeds, or like, can you please take this legal document and serve my neighbor because they need to, go to court or whatever, and all this kind of stuff that's very beneath you. And you're like not about it, and you need funds for traveling, food, what have you, child support, whatever you feel like you might need. So as you're at the table drinking and eating, could you one by one please introduce your character in a physical description, and your character's name as well? And we're gonna start off same rotation, so we'll go with Pond.
So, sitting at the table, you have a very large, very old turtle. They are sitting there with a staff sort of like leaning up against their shell, and they have their hands folded on the table, and they're just sort of wearing like drapey robes that are mostly black or gray. Um, and their eyes are closed and their head is sort of just nodding, but you you're not sure if they're awake or asleep. They do this a lot where you'll talk to them and they'll respond in this state, or you'll talk to them and they're actually sleeping. So, you know, who knows really? It's quite confusing.
Perfect. And then going over to Seahawk.
So at the table, making sure that they have their own custom goblet, drinking what they prevail to be the finest wine, albeit it is probably the cheapest wine in the tavern, but they will sell it as if it is the finest wine available in their goblet. Dressed in a open-chested button-down shirt with plenty of frills, long flowing dark hair, and just gorgeous glimmering eyes, with a smile to die for, and pretty much just leaning back, legs crossed. We're just having a great time. A jewel-encrusted sword, and we are being the center of attention right now. And if we're not, well, we're gonna act like we're the center of attention right now.
Perfect. And then going over to Coral.
Yeah, y'all see Silmare or Lyric uh uh sitting down at the bar, sipping on a frozen beverage flavored with spice and notes of pumpkin because it's that season. And yeah, they are a high elf with flowing dark hair, dark brown hair, and an outfit that has vines and flowers just floating across the top of it. So it just looks like she's always shrouded in vines and leaves. And god damn, is she pretty.
Nice. And then going over to Emma.
Yeah, so Yara is sitting down. She recently got a new halberd from their most recent quest. It's a very large magical weapon that she's still struggling to figure out the best way to sit with is. She's got it kind of like on this like wrap kind of around her torso, and she's trying to sit down and like lean over to eat some soup every once in a while, and then its weights kind of like wobbles around and keeps kind of like causing her to like go back to try to reset it. She's being a bit awkward about it. She's a satyr, has kind of like two curling horns with silver tips and a kind of shaved head with these runic symbols tattooed all over her scalp. She's wearing very like light, loose clothing, some kind of like heavier bracers and some nice boots, but she doesn't have too much of like a strong, like heavy armor, anything kind of adventurer type, but she's just kind of hanging out, eating soup, probably sitting at the same table or at least near Seahawk, because he always kind of makes it a point to make every night a bit more entertaining than it should be. And she's just kind of like waiting for the show right now, and is enjoying him talking up to the cheap wine to everybody. But she's having a good time so far.
Perfect.
It's really just a testament of how good my palate is, because if I can tolerate this, then you know that it must be of an absolutely wonderful vintage.
It's like box wine. So yeah.
I saw you pull it from your backpack, Seahawk. We
That's
know
how you
what
make sure it
is.
retains its fine character.
Mm,
So RK just donated $10, and I think they wanted sultry mode, but unfortunately sultry mode is $40. So let us know if you want to. I'll let you change someone's accent, or we can save it up to have like essentially 5+1s or something like that. That way they have a good chunk of them and everything. And someone just donated $50. So thank you so much for the donations. Let us know what you'd like to change or do for this. You guys are amazing. Now because you donated $50, you can change the theme. So let me know if you'd like to do that or anything. So going back to the story. As I mentioned before, it is a dark and stormy night, one of the worst storms you've seen in quite a while, as in certain places of the Gilded Tusk, there is water that's leaking from the ceiling, some shutters are flapping open and closed, and the sound of crackling and booming thunder can be heard from outside as the bards continue to, play through it and all that kind of stuff. So tell me, who among you has the highest passive perception on your character sheet?
15.
15's good. You do notice something?
also 15.
15's okay. And then Seahawk?
Alas, while I'm incredibly talented, that is higher than what I possess.
Mm.
Okay, perfect. So anyone who had
14?
14 works. Anyone who had a 14 or above, you do notice that there is a very tall, gaunt, older gentleman. He seems to be a half orc that is in very regal clothing in the corner of the Gilded Tusk. That's been eyeing you guys all night. Beside him are two halflings that look pretty swole. That are just like drinking and eating and all that stuff, not really paying attention to you guys. But this particular individual between them seems to be really eyeing you guys and smoking a pipe and also just like chowing down and seemingly like interested, so much so that you kind of get the vibe that he might come and ask you guys some questions or at least do something with you guys. If you'd
He's
like to.
interested in me.
I think
Clearly,
Yara
yeah.
kind of like leans over the table a little bit, looking towards Seahawk. Hey, Seahawk. I think that half orc over there is giving us the look.
I think you might be right. My friend!
Oh,
I
God.
know that I am quite a sight to behold, but I highly recommend that you come a bit closer. I promise, none of us here bite. At least not too hard. But it seems that you may want to have a conversation with us. Why don't you come on over?
You say that to the individual in the corner of the tavern?
Loudfully and boastfully, because loudfully is definitely a word.
It
So
It is
you-
in this
now.
world.
You get up and you address them as you have your goblet of wine, the finest wine in all the land. So you swivel it and then you kind of say this to this individual who seems a little bit startled, but kind of gives a small chuckle as he gets up, and he's again in very regal clothing, the best dressed in the room, and he kind of like dusts himself off and he like goes to the halflings and informs them that he's going to walk over, and then they clean up their stuff and then they get their weapons and head over. They don't have them armed, but they do like just take it and have it like in the back and stuff as they approach, and he finds an empty seat right next to like you guys and then pulls it over and goes like, is it all right if I join you, fine adventurers?
Yes.
So he goes, "Thank you, I appreciate that." And he pulls over the seat, and he totally like was it Lieutenant Commander Riker sits on this chair by like putting his leg over it and everything exactly. And he goes, "I apologize for the lurking, the staring in the corner. I don't usually do this, but I'm in a very particular circumstance, and I think you might be the answer to the problem that I'm having. Tell me, are you? I haven't seen you around here at all. Are you guys like mercenary sell swords up for any sort of commission work?"
You know,
Yes.
most conversations do begin with introductions, so why don't we go ahead and start with names first? You
I
can
am
call me Silelian Anadian, although since you're now clearly a friend of ours, you can call me Seahawk.
Good Sir Seahawk, I apologize profusely. My name is Roger, and I represent Baron Vasquez. Now, the moment that these words leave his mouth, you know Baron Vasquez. He's very, very wealthy. He's an arms dealer. He has like a lot of goods that he supports the local queen with. And you know that right now the current politics is that there's an encroaching sort of kobold army that's kind of like causing all sorts of chaos, and everyone's up in arms and everything like that, and war is brewing. Not that that has anything to do with you guys, because you're just a small group of mercenaries, unless you get hired to participate in the war or whatever. But you absolutely know this individual, and you know there's money behind that name. And he goes, I am so sorry. You know, my name is Roger, and I represent Baron Vasquez," as he gestures to his red raven on symbol on his actual chest, which is a sigil of Baron Vasquez. And he goes, "Please, I would love to know all of your names," as he gestures over to um, the rest of you.
Hi, I'm Yera. I I wanted to do the weed quest, but they didn't really want to, so I guess we're available.
Picking weeds is far too beneath you, especially as I see as he examines, you know, your magically enchanted equipment and like fine armor with like, you know, battle damage and probably stained blood that's dried and you can't quite get out with enough like, you know, bleach or whatever.
Hey,
And
I
he goes
just
like,
cleaned these garments, thank you.
I just prestidigitated them. Thank you.
I was gonna
fine.
say, I'm like, somebody's gotta have prestidigitation.
I don't think I do actually. I
Mine are
don't.
dirty.
I am
Perfect.
also dirty.
there you go.
Fuck.
So picking weeds is far beneath you. You're clearly capable, and I believe that we can help each other out. As he kind of leans a little bit closer, he goes, "But first, you're right. Introductions. I would love to know your two names." As he looks to Harmond and Silmir.
Silmare looks to Harmond and just goes,
I'm Harmond. You're quite lithe for someone your age.
Thank you, thank you.
and Silmare leans forward in her chair and leans on the staff that she has, and she says, "Silmare Oleric, it's
It is
a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
as is mine. And he leans a little bit closer to make sure that and he kind of looks around as a lot of people are interested because they're like, "Oh, that's Roger over there. Oh my god!" And then they kind of like are whispering, but like, what's going on there? And then so he leans a little bit closer, and he goes, "As you know, or maybe you don't know. I don't know where you come from, but here locally, the queen has summoned all of her lords to send out their warriors to go and fight the kobolds, and unfortunately that means that my master Baron Vasquez also too must take all of anyone who's capable of wielding a weapon to go to the north to fight. Now unfortunately he is terrified that something's going to happen to his manor while he's gone. He's always been a little bit protective, a little anxious about but I understand because it's a family home. It's been in his family for generations. They built that place and there's a lot of sentimental value. So the gig is that you must spend only one night in this manor, and you may drink his food, you may eat, you may drink his all his sorry, you may drink his food, you may drink his wine, you may eat his food, you may enjoy his books, you may wander around and all the places you'd like to, save one. And once dawn approaches, you will get your cut. You can leave immediately, and that's completely fine. But you must stay in the manor for at least one single night, just a simple 8 hours, and that's essentially it. Now there is no anticipation of threats. There will be an arcane barrier that will be around the actual manor to add an extra layer to protect the facility, but he just needs competent and capable warriors to be able to just ensure that nothing's going to happen to it. And he kind of like looks over to you and goes like, does this seem like something you'd be interested in? Because the payout is about $5,000 bucks, which is gold.
Dollar bucks. Someone
Dollar
else
bucks.
watches Bluey. I see.
That's right, Clarence.
Got it. I was going to ask you how much the pay was, but 5,000, that's each, correct?
5,000 total. So $1 buck will feed you for a week in this sort of like economy.
I
Yeah.
see. I'm all right with that then. Can I,
That's
however,
nice.
make an insight check on him to see if he's hiding any, if I feel that he's hiding anything or being suspicious?
Absolutely. So
Thank you.
due to a donation recently by Mr. Sim
Smithwick.
Mr. Smithwick.
I was
Perfect.
in a
Thank you,
game
thank
with
you.
him recently. Hey.
We love Mr.
Oh,
Smithwick
awesome.
in this house.
So he donated $10. So you guys have a +1, well, 5 of them. So yeah, you can choose to use as many as you'd like.
Oh,
You
does
have a
it
pool of
have to
5.
be before we roll?
No, you can decide. You can see what the outcome is and then choose to increase if you'd like.
My insight's somewhat decent. Gonna use. I'm gonna use 3 of them, and
Okay.
I'm gonna make it a 16.
Sounds good. You do succeed because of that increase. So with that, you kind of your total eyes like lean in a little bit closer and like kind of squint a little bit, and you definitely see that his bottom lip is a little bit trembling. His he's sweating a little bit, and his hands are kind of clasped together and kind of like fidgeting. He seems nervous and anxious by offering you this proposition. Yeah.
Why are you nervous?
And he kind of seems shocked by the question. He goes like, and he kind of looks to his hands, thinking that that was his give or tell, and he puts it to his side. He goes like, I am so sorry. You're very observant.
Yes, that's my job.
I've been searching for people who seem that they can handle this request, because although like every year he hires a group of people to defend his manor, nothing ever happens. But still, that doesn't like dissuade him from finding the strongest, most capable adventurers to stay in his manor just to ensure nothing goes wrong. And he's rejected the last 4 groups that I've requested.
How many groups have made it the full 8 hours to get the payout?
Every single one of them. The last 17 years, every single one of them has they've eaten their fill. Some people do property damage, but it's the Baron doesn't care because he can afford to hire, people to fix, furniture or walls or what have you. So
Interesting.
If he's only leaving this time because he has to go bring his soldiers to war, why has he left all those other years every year?
He like looks to you and he goes, there's been various things that's happened over the last 17 years. It seems like coincidental or what have you. It's just there doesn't seem to be a specific date that this happens on. It seems to be around this sort of season that he has to be called away and leaves for business or what have you. But he always has to leave some sort of group of adventurers there to hold down the fort. And normally, his men at arms, or I guess soldiers at arms, are about the town. They're like town's guards. They're just like normal people that help out and everything like that. But take them vodka? No, it's fine. It's good. It's good. So, yes, there's been various reasons, but it's most seems like a coincidence. I honestly don't understand why he makes such a big deal about this, but I will not question him. He's a very wise and smart businessman, but he has his quirks. And as he takes a drag from his pipe.
So, as you can clearly see, we are all very much seasoned adventurers, and Seahawk makes it a prominent point to display his jewel-encrusted rapier that is sheathed currently on his hip. So, we definitely make sure that any job that we take on is worth our time. Now, We also typically like to meet those with which we conduct business. Will we be having an opportunity to meet this baron of yours?
Absolutely. So, um, I will, forward your payment a little bit to be able to pay for this meal, this tonight's tavern experience and everything like that. And then tomorrow, like when the sun is going down, is setting, that's when it will sort of begin. So you can meet an hour beforehand because he's gonna have to get all of his troops ready and leave his manor. So there will be a time for you to meet the Baron and get to exchange dialogue with him. Granted, he is very eccentric, so I would ask you to you seem well behaved, but to be on your best behavior while speaking with him because he can be very fickle at times, and he seems to try to choose his words carefully when he speaks with you.
You said there was a room we weren't allowed to go in.
And he goes, "Yes, that would be the basement. There's, I believe that's where he keeps the hoard of his family's relics and treasures and everything. And that's the only place that is warded and locked under heavy key that you just can't go in there because that's where some of his fortune is." And
Do you mind
Well,
if we like have like a quick like side conversation? Is that okay?
absolutely, as he gets up from the chair and then spins it around and pushes it back in, and he goes, "Take all the time you need," as he walks back with his halfling muscle, and then steps back a little bit to enjoy the bards who are playing ska music.
What? So, Mary, you're really good with things. What do you think?
I think we can handle anything that's thrown at us. From the sounds of it, there's not too much danger involved, and I always love to take a peek around a rich man's library.
Or basement.
Well, no, we're not supposed to go in the basement. Is
That's
what he said.
okay.
Oh,
You're,
of
you're
course.
right.
We would never venture into the basement.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Um, it's because it's good they said they would pay for our stuff tonight, and this is the largest inn in the town, and so it's pretty expensive. So that might be a good thing.
It's definitely clear that there seems to be an air of desperation to them, so it may be worth our while to try and see if we can press this Baron to really make this worth our while.
Oh,
I could-
yeah, I'm. You do that.
I could, command him to pay us more.
Ooh,
I'm quite
now
good
that's
at
just
that.
dirty.
I just pat my little amulet that's on my chest, and I'm like, since our last haul, my spells have gotten significantly more effective.
Wait, what was that wink for?
What wink?
Oh, never mind.
Did I wink? Oh god. My eye's acting up again. So sorry. And I just like pop my eye out for a second and I like rub it on and then I pop it back in.
You know, I hate when you do that.
I'm so
I know
sorry.
you really ought
you
to
just-
sterilize that first.
It's sterile enough. If my eye is what sends me to the grave, then I've misled my life. I'm just gonna start drinking beer.
So, Seahawk, do you want to tell him that we'll do it?
Oh, I think there's little doubt that we're capable of doing it. I mean, you all know about the many adventures that I had upon the Wild Rose in storms far more wild than what's going
Silmer
on out here
cuts you
tonight.
off and is just like, yes, 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 yes. This job, this one, we're going to take it. However, you need to ask for more money. Yes? And she just gives you an incredibly sweet, charming smile.
Well, yes, of course. But yes, I think that this is something we are more than capable of.
I'm a little bit suspicious that it's more than what it seems, but I'm not really concerned too much to say no to 5,000 $5,000.
Oh,
I
it'll
just-
definitely be more than what it seems, but $5,000 bucks plus any additional bonuses we may acquire along the way will definitely be a worthwhile venture.
Agreed.
So really quick, we did get that anonymous $50 donation. So they didn't let us know what they wanted it for. So I'm gonna give you, the audience, the option to turn on sultry mode, and I think there's like $10 extra, so we can always do another like 5+1s, or we can change the theme to sci-fi, to be able to make you guys all in spaceships and super suits and all that kind of stuff. So it's really up to you guys. I'll leave it there for 5 minutes that you guys can decide, and then we'll move on from there.
D&D in space.
Space. Yep. You'll have bubble helmets. Yep. All right, perfect. So you have you finished your conversation and would like to address Roger, or would you like to do anything else?
I'm
I,
going
th-
to
I
go
think we're
see.
good.
Perfect. So does one of you like call him over or anything like that?
My
Gara
friend,
looks
I
at
think we're
Seahawk.
ready to finish our conversation.
Perfect. So Roger approaches and he goes, good. It's always wise to talk amongst yourselves before accepting any sort of proposal. So this comforts me that you did so. What are your thoughts, questions, concerns about this? And he chooses to stand now instead of taking a seat.
Well, I believe, and please feel free to correct me if any of you have anything to say to the contrary, but it sounds like this is something that we're more than capable of handling for your good Baron. We would very much like to make sure that we meet with our client prior to the job, so as long as we can arrange that, I think that we should be very capable of assisting you in this matter.
You can see a literal, like, visible wave of relief like wash over him as he takes a deep sigh and he goes, thank you. I appreciate you so much. You know what, let me go over and give him the bartender, the or bar owner, the $100. That way you guys can choose to eat and drink whatever you'd like to, and then have the greatest suite here in the tavern for tonight. And tomorrow at dusk, maybe arrive a little bit earlier, that way you have some time to talk to the Baron, and we will be able to get everything sorted and perfect.
You're covering our tab tonight. That is very generous and much appreciated.
And he goes, absolutely. Thank you for coming to our humble town and coming to the Gilded Tusk, because had you not been here, I don't know what I would have done. As he looks to you and gives a deep, very huge bow, and then like snaps to have his two halflings, who are like super swole and veined out, to like bow as well. And then he goes over, as he says, to the tavern keep, and then gives them $100. And then he like thanks them, and then just waves to you guys that, like, it's all on the house, or whatever. They paid you for your tab. And then Roger and his two like hired muscle leaves into the storm. As the doors open, you hear just raging storm, just like pour in. Just the door was open for a little bit, and tons of water just like came in as he like struggles to close it, and then finally it's shut as the night resumes. Is there anything else you'd like to do or say tonight before you go to bed and prepare for tomorrow?
As they exit, and I go back to the bartender, and I make sure to order the most expensive bottle of wine that they have in the house.
Make it 7.
They
Yeah.
go to the top shelf and they bring the bottles. Yeah.
Silmar absolutely did a huge, stunning, flamboyant bow, curtsy back to them during that whole exchange, and gave a nice see you tomorrow. And then, yeah, absolutely is going to be partaking in the most expensive menu items.
Perfect. So this is, like Pizza Hut and Taco Bell facilities. Well, this is a tavern and brothel. So like, if you guys like want any services, feel free to like do that as well and everything. So
You mean not the KFC and Taco Bell?
that's what it is.
song?
KFC and Taco Bell.
That
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
song?
I'm
Well,
sorry, did I just hear
no, there's
KFC,
all
Taco
three.
Bell, and brothel?
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
It's gonna get greasy.
Oh my.
So
I would.
yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to do before you just head to bed, enjoy the night, and rack up that tab?
Well, bitch, if we're at a brothel, Silmar is going to take advantage of that.
Also, same.
Perfect.
I mean, I
Can I
believe
go to
I
bed?
recall
By
hearing that our
myself.
tab is covered, so.
Perfect.
Garrett just goes to
You
sleep.
know,
You're such a sweet bean.
oh my god. Well, it's perfect timing because chat just decided we're going into sultry mode.
Soldier mode.
Oh,
Yep.
excellent.
It's good.
So, but I hear it. You know, it improves performance the next day. So
There you go. Your stress levels have dwindled. Any trauma you have are silenced for the moment and everything. So it's like it's good stuff. So
and
all right.
other
Now,
trauma is now
Simona, my dear,
loud.
please be sure to save some energy for tomorrow.
Don't worry, I'm quite spry when I need to be. You
Oh,
know.
Harmond, I have no doubt that you could last the entire night and then some.
You know firsthand.
Perfect. And
Oh,
then
don't
for
I?
our Patreon only subscribers, they get the scene of the brothel experience.
Mm.
But for all of you regular folk, we're gonna move on and fade to black as you all like wake up at noon the next day, and Coral had mentioned, you guys voted for sultry mode. So in a few moments when they get back into the scene and everything, sultry mode will be activated for about 10 minutes or so, or whatever's appropriate, where everyone will flirt with everyone, NPCs, PCs, all that good stuff. So you wake up at noon, you gather yourself together, you drink as much water as you can handle to actually go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw really quick to see anyone who feels their character would have drank last night.
Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna need a 13 or higher to succeed.
I wasted a natural 20 on that.
A Constitution saving throw, you say there?
Yeah, I'm making a wonderful Constitution savings throw with my stunning Umbral Oculus dice.
Oh, right.
Whoa!
What?
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
I know.
Now,
Right?
you've made the correct choice there. I made a poor choice and rolled not one of my Umbral Oculus dice. Although I think we get, you said we had plus something?
Correct. So you have
Oh, it's okay. I still
plus
rolled
7
poorly.
right now.
Oh, okay.
A 7.
Unfortunately, they're very beautiful dice. Do not change the odds of dice rolls, however.
If there's a plus 7, I got a 30.
Oh, sorry. It's in a pool for all of you guys, so you can draw upon it as you need.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Ah.
I'm still fine with my 20.
Then I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and just make a character choice and decide that I did not succeed my Constitution saving throw.
Okay, perfect.
Because I am not used to, apparently, top shelf wine.
Don't worry,
Like,
I'll give
that's
you a
the-
spare the dying. You'll feel better.
Yeah, there you go.
Silmare is used to top shelf wine. However, whenever she gets her hands on it, she overdrinks it. Especially when she's not the one paying for it. So she's 100% got a headache this morning.
Okay, perfect. And then what is Yura? Do you feel like
Yara feels great.
perfect?
She didn't drink last night. I mean, she maybe had like one drink, but nothing like too crazy. And then she woke up and she's like happy and smiling. And I mean, she's not interacting with many people because she's kind of like more of a nervous person. But she got some like bacon and like sausage and stuff for brekkie, and it's just greets everybody with like a warm hello as they come downstairs in a very hungover state.
One of these days, you're going to have to explain to me how you're such a morning person.
I don't drink as much as you do.
No,
She
no, that
sleeps.
clearly can't be it.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
No, I think that he's wrong. Good
Silmare,
job, Yara.
Thanks.
This morning, Silmare is communicating exclusively in the message cantrip, so everything comes in at a whisper.
Understandable.
Perfect. So Matihi had put it into change an accent. So let us know whose accent you want to change and what accent you'd like to use. And they will try their best to do it. So it should be super, super good. Okay. So at this moment, you guys, get chorizo, horchata, whatever you have to like, feel better and to like, get your act together and get all your gear. And dusk approaches as you ride off to the north, to the northern mountains. Emma's, please do a country accent. All right, southern country accent. So that's that's how it is. Perfect. So
Yeehaw time.
you head now again. If you guys would like to, you can always change other players' accents, even my own. Please don't. And that way, and again, all the money gets in a pool, and at the end of the night, we chop it up 5 ways. So you're helping people by doing this. So feel free to do it. And yeah, so you guys get on your mounts or head off on foot after there's like clear blue skies now, maybe a little bit of gloomy clouds on the horizon like approaching, but for now everything looks good as everything's a little muddy. As you head north, traveling up a sort of mountain, as you see on the top of the mountain is the manor of Baron Vasquez. As you see various soldiers, they're about probably like 30 to 35 people that are there in gear and everything, getting ready, getting all their like equipment and all that kind of stuff. And they're like pretty decked out. Like they don't seem experienced soldiers, but their equipment is pristine as they have.
Okay, but remember we're in sultry mode.
That is
So
correct.
can we say that their equipment is like those really specific RPGs where it's like just armor like covering their boobs and stuff?
For the Final Fantasy, it's just belts, all belts that are around them.
Just
Oh,
belts.
Yes, no. You realize that
Just
the midriff does not
belts.
require armor. That is the
Yep.
most protected part of your body.
It's
Stunning.
it's like 300 essentially, with men and women that are all like super sweaty and glistening, and yeah, as they all like pose and do push-ups and yoga squats and everything.
Ooh,
Drama.
so
Okay.
that's-
Thank you so much,
I
Wish
can
Warlock,
definitely
for that
see
intro.
that their equipment is pristine.
Pristine. Yeah, there you go. So
Bliss.
you approach as they all like look to you guys and are like, wow, ooh, you guys look good. And then they just kind of like look to you guys as you approach, and you do see a very, very attractive tiefling who is decked out in like it seems like legit armor, but it's a little bit more fanciful. As it seems to have the same like red raven on his chest as his insignia. This must be Baron Vasquez, who hired you. Next to him is Roger and the 2 halflings that he's just going over paperwork and like talking and organizing things and all that kind of stuff. And he has the squarest jaw in all the land, clean shaven, and yeah, as he looks over to you and he gives you like the dreamiest, sultry of looks.
Well, hello.
Silmar hops in front and just like leans up against the like up. I assume there's like a big opulent gate because this is a rich
Absolutely.
motherfucker's house. So leans up against the gate like right next to one of the guards and is like running her finger along the guard's chest and is just like, oh, I love the decor, or I love the decor.
Oh,
The
I felt
ASMR.
that in my brain. Thank you.
Y'all, if you donate for it, we'll give it to you, babes.
It's
As a
hard
lot of
to
the-
be sultry with this voice, but I'm doing my best.
As a lot of the guards and even the Baron himself was like, oh my god, never have I seen in my entire life such glorious creatures as even all the like soldiers that are getting ready and be like, you're worth dying for, as they all like surround you guys. And
You're damn right I am.
Shang
Now,
my
how
shell
is
this
it-
morning.
How is it that we did not have the privilege to know that our host was not only so generous, but also so charming?
I saw him first.
so
Hush,
the,
hush, you'll have your turn.
Get out of here, Seahawk. He's mine.
every time the scene goes over to Baron Vasquez, it's like Morticia from Addams Family, where there's a single beam of light and she like steps into it and everything like that. So every time you look at him, there's a beam of light and he steps into it, and as the
my
wind
type.
flows as the wind flows through his hair, and like the manor, his armor, the soldiers, they all have a very gothic sort of appeal, as it's like major colors black, the trim is gold and everything. as he goes, as he just stops his paperwork immediately and goes, "I am so sorry for making you all wait longer than necessary. Like, please, such godlike creatures as such as yourselves should not be waiting for anyone." As he like claps his hands and goes, "All of you guards, get out of here. You get ready
No,
to."
Leave
No,
that
no,
one.
no,
Oh,
then-
please.
they're fine. They're
Freshman.
fine.
You see,
As we all
Todd,
know, all good things come in time.
you see, you see Todd the Minotaur, who you said not to go. He like stops and then like waits for you guys, and then and he goes, Roger has informed me that you are the apparent adventurers who are going to stay in my manor. Is that correct?
Are you staying?
I-
Silmare does a cute little twirl, and the clothing does stuff, and then she slides her cape to the outside of her leg, revealing her sword, and just says, "I like to think we're quite capable."
As the wind flows through your
Good
hair.
Lord, Silmare. Oh, I've been
And
with you
look,
for years,
we're-
and still.
I forgot to say what I'm going to use this money for at the beginning of stream. I'm going to use this money to get myself an ASMR setup because I need to do shit like this. It's so stupid and
It's
silly.
true.
Please support her dream.
Yeah, right. Let me crinkle plastic in your, yeah, so good. So yes, and he goes, my God, sultry mode. All right, so he looks to you all and goes, I want to thank you so much for taking this up. I've been in such desperate need, and had I known that such wonderful beings such as yourselves would be staying here, I would have held off my soldiers for another day. I'm sure the queen wouldn't mind, but I'm afraid that all of our equipment and everything is already heading out, so I too must go as well. But after everything is done, I would love to take all of you out to dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever is your fancy. And he goes, tell me, have you ever visited Callian? It's mighty nice this time of year. Callian is a super bougie place. It's like yeah.
As long as the Minotaur can come.
As
Because
Todd, yeah,
beefy.
as Todd does like push-ups as he's trying to keep his like muscle mass up. and
I'm
everything.
sitting on Todd's back while he's doing push-ups, and I'm just like, but I'm a tortoise, so
I've never been to Charon, but that'd be mighty kind of y'all.
He
Oh,
goes,
it's
well,
quite lovely this time of year. I've been there quite regularly. It's a regular stopping point for me.
I must say, breakfast sounds lovely, but I prefer cocktails.
and you see
Well-
like the wow as as it he's like, you were
That's-
all too tempting. I must take my leave. But he goes, I am sure that Roger has explained to you the details of this. All you need to stay here is for 8 hours. I will be here maybe it's like 12 hours, I don't know. Dawn is essentially when you will be allowed to essentially leave. The moment you walk in through those doors, as you look through past the glorious gate, past the garden, past the you see huge rich mahogany doors. He goes, once you walk through those doors, my magi will cast a warding spell to protect the house, so no one will be able to come in, but that also means you will not be able to leave. But inside this house are thick, strong walls. There's the pantry is filled of food from all different areas. There's wine, there's water, there's everything you could ever need to sort of be here. So you should have everything you need, especially for just one night. There is just one room I ask of you never to even attempt to go through, and that is the basement. I have my reasons for this, but some of the thing I hold dearest in this world is in that basement, and I just cannot afford to even risk losing it. You seem all like very trustworthy, ridiculously good-looking adventurers and quality hires, but I just cannot, like, please don't even try it. And he goes, do you have any questions before we unfortunately part ways? As he goes over to his garden and picks the finest roses and cuts them and then gives them each to you.
I take one of the roses in my hand and sniff it for just a moment before looking him in the eye. Now, as you can see, we are very well seasoned and well equipped for just about any job you could possibly imagine. But just to be clear, our services do come at a price. And I'm going to gently put my hand on his chest. You are going to make this worth our while, aren't you?
And he goes, absolutely. As he, like, you see that the breath is kind of stolen from him as you approach and everything. Your mere presence like has him quaking and quivering as he goes, if like the next we meet, I promise you will be an unforgettable experience. As he goes, I will give you your $100. That won't be any question, but I will give you so much more. As he like looks to you guys, and with a very regretful, hesitant sort of sigh, he goes, I must be off. The queen needs me, and I fear her wrath if we don't show up in time to assist. And I would be a failure of a baron if my people got into battle first before I did. So he goes, Roger, make sure to stay behind and make sure that they get everything they need and go in there and examine everything. And once that's all set up, I will see you guys tomorrow, or my men will come and check tomorrow.
Can Todd stay? I'm still sitting on his back.
Because unfortunately, Todd cannot stay. Todd is one of my finest soldiers. As,
I can see that. And I just like
as
rub
he-
his back while I'm sitting on it. Consensually, of course.
Yeah, you're allowed to do this. As he,
Oh,
like, gives you thumbs
wonderful.
up. Yeah.
Your skin's
Just make
very
sh-
smooth for a Minotaur.
Thank you. I moisturize. As
If you
he,
ever
like-
need help, I'm quite moist myself.
someone clip that. Perfect. Okay, so
Just make sure there's something left by the time your queen is done with you.
and with that, he like takes his hand and caresses your cheek and all that kind of stuff. And then did not know this would be a guy online like erotic RP for. So,
I mean, they redeemed the sultry.
right? Exactly. So
Look,
then
yeah, they redeemed the sultry, and you've got this cast. I'm so sorry.
I love it. I'm here for it. So with that,
Our spiciness knows no bounds.
exactly, yeah. He summons his guards and he gets on his mount and then rides off with Todd in tow as they begin to fade away. Now Roger and like a handful of magi are still like hanging behind to assist you guys as he goes like now you guys understand like that the job is to simply stay in the manor overnight. When dawn approaches the next day, there will be a series of guards that are going to come back to just make sure and check everything's okay. And then they will release the ward, and then you will be able to like leave and with the chest in tow, and have all the goods you might need and everything. And the only place you cannot go in the manor is the basement. Do you guys understand? Do you have any questions before we part ways?
What happens if we go to the basement?
If you go to the basement, the ward will activate. It's magically enchanted. There's no fooling you there. It's absolutely magically enchanted. It will have an offensive spell and a defensive spell there to protect it, because as he had said, his most valued treasure and resources are there, so he wants to keep it there. So other than the physical damage that will take place to your body, you will lose your contract and lose out on the money. Granted, if only one of you does it, that one person loses out on the funds. The rest of you will share the arrests between yourselves. Yes, and that's the only thing that can harm you in this manner is the basement. So please don't even try to touch it or go near it or anything like that.
Y'all have warned us about this basement about 10 times at this point, I think. Is there anything down there that we should be like worried about of like escaping or something?
And he goes, no, not at all. I would just recommend just not even try it. Other people have gotten curious. They've had their arms blown off from the spell and everything, and you're going to be getting like $5,000 bucks. So that's quite a bit of money, and access to all the food and wine and everything your heart desires in this manner. Read his books and tomes from all across the world, and use some of his equipment that you've never had access to before. And but that's the only thing he asks, is not to do that. But it should cause you no harm as long as you pay it no mind. And question: are any of you religious or have religion as a trained skill or proficient? Okay, perfect. Anyone
No.
else?
The cleric does, surprisingly.
Oh,
enough.
you're a cleric. Perfect. Yeah. So you look over to the manor, and there's a bit of you that has like a bit of your stomach becomes a little bit nauseous as something doesn't quite sit right with you as you look to it. Granted, it's very gothic. There are gargoyles that are like stone statues. Everything looks very gnarly. The rose bushes are beautiful, but you can see very thick thorns that are beneath there, and all sorts of other sort of. And there's a private sort of graveyard that's also you can see in view, and something just doesn't quite sit right with you, but nothing to really go off of, just a sort of feeling, a gut feeling.
There's something wrong here.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
Does idolizing that gorgeous figure count as a religion?
And he goes, "Oh, you!" And as he goes into his bag and pulls out 4 contracts, as he unfurls them, and goes, "All you have to do is sign on the dotted line, making sure that you understand that you will get the $5,000 or $5,000 bucks at first, like tomorrow, and you just can't go into the basement. If you harm yourself at the basement or anything like that, we're not liable for it, and you're allowed. If all this stuff is just simply stating this as." With your passive perception, you kind of review the document, and it just states the sort of like obvious that you understand the agreement, terms of agreement.
I don't read the terms and conditions. I just accept.
Like, perfect.
Yep.
I make emphasis on signing with a very large John Hancock.
Okay, and then Pond, you're muted.
I read the entire document from
Hold
start
on,
to finish.
yeah. And it is dawn. You're like, I'm ready to sign.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I've got a
Harland always
17.
going for the slow finish.
Slow but steady, darling. Slow but steady.
I've got a 17 passive investigation. So, Silmar is absolutely like scanning for the keywords, getting the gist.
Perfect. As you
then
sort of
got-
scan through the document, and with your 17, you do notice the same terms and conditions. Just don't touch the basement. That's fine. There, you do agree that there will be a magical arcane barrier that will be around the manor. You cannot leave the premises or make any sort of attempt or break through the barrier early. You must stay in the manor to protect it. If anything sort of like breaks through or what have you, you must do your best to slay that creature and protect the manor at all costs. And yeah, so that's essentially what it says.
So no leaving the party early. Got it.
Exactly. So all of you sign.
Yes.
Yes.
So you all sign this document. Now, Wish Warlock a bit ago, I think 16 minutes ago, actually donated $25 for drama. Now, Al, I also saw you donated $25. So you do have some options that you can do. So you can add happiness or you can add drama. You can change someone's accent. Whatever you'd like to do, let me know, and then we'll be able to do it. Currently, Emma is the only one who has their accent changed. So if you want to do anyone else, feel free to do it. So you've signed the contracts. As he furls them back up and then puts them all in, it begins to sprinkle as these gray clouds are starting to roll in. And he goes, "Well, I guess it's best that you guys go inside before you get drenched out here." And he goes, like, there's multiple fireplaces in the manor. Take warmth there. Light all the candles you'd like to, all that kind of stuff. And as he like escorts you to the front sort of doors. As you're approaching, I'm gonna roll a d4 really quick, and
Our poor host is afraid of getting wet.
Good thing I'm not.
got it. All right, we're gonna do Coral. So, Silmar, as you're walking through, you are heading over, and you're looking like you just guys were kind of walking down. Roger's talking to you about the agreements. Everything's gonna be cool and everything's gonna be fine. As you're like heading down, you do notice there's something under the sort of corner of your eye, that's kind of like flickering and kind of like move. There's a bit of movement and everything. What would you like to do?
Silmar is going to go ahead and are we following
Yes.
the half
So right now there, correct. So right now there is Roger, his two halflings, and four magi that are all there with you guys, all walking as a group, heading over to the front doors of this manor. And yeah, out of the corner of your eye, it seems like somewhere on the manor's upper windows, you do notice a bit of motion out of your peripherals.
Cool. I'm going to cast the message cantrip and inform Harmond of the things that I'm seeing.
Perfect. Do you choose to turn your head to look fully at the flickering movement?
No,
Okay.
I'm just like, I mean, I'm definitely like looking around, observing, like admiring the grounds, taking it all in.
This is
Um,
nice. This is really nice. As like,
yeah,
boom.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then yeah, 100% the eyes are focused on.
Perfect. So Harmond, you do get this message from Somer. And what was the message?
Oh, the message was oh my god, Renee.
I saw
Uh,
that. Okay, yeah.
I love you,
So
Renee.
tell Harmond
Uh,
the message, and then I'll let everyone know.
Yeah, the Harmond, the message just says, be on high alert, as we all seemed to assume there is more to hear than meets the eye. But I don't think we're shocked by this.
Very good.
So
I say
with
that
that,
out loud.
so with that information, you too now can notice this sort of flickering out of your peripherals. Not to, like not only that, but combined with the nauseous feeling you're getting, you kind of realize that there's something going on in the corner of your eye. Would you like to look fully at what is causing that movement, or would you like to let it be?
I'd like to turn my head just slightly and look with my eyes, but not my whole head. Like,
Okay.
You know, like when you're checking out a hot minotaur and you don't want him to notice.
True. We've all been there. Yes. So you look over and you do see a spirit that seems to be there. It's absolutely like translucent. It's very light blue, as it seems to be like staring down at you and like pounding on the windows and sort of screaming at the top of their lungs. As you kind of look, like it's 1 second, it's 2 seconds, and then suddenly it seems like something pulls it and drags it away. And
Oh, child. How sad.
and now you're at the front doors as they go like, well, here we are. Once again, it should be a very pleasant evening. There should be nothing that goes wrong. Should be a-okay, and you'll have your $1 at first light tomorrow. As he pulls out a very large brass key and then unlocks the doors as it yawns as it opens. And yes, he like motions his hand.
I can't message.
I will
message
walk
Silver
inside.
Lilac. I will walk in quickly after because I don't want poor Yera.
Speaking of accents,
God.
so our beautiful, wonderful friend Renee has donated $45 to affect the following people. Eddie will have Swedish fish, Swedish chef as their accent. Coral will have Carol Channing, and Pond will have a Minnesotan Midwestern.
Well, that's just rude.
Perfect.
Carol Channing.
So
Really bad at that, eh?
Matihi also donated $15
Raspberry.
or tip $15 to have Discount Bar do his best Dracula / vampire impression. So do you want to combine the two, or would
Yes.
you like to split them up and have you do Swedish chef for now, and then after the break, for the rest of the evening, you'll do the Dracula vampire, like the traditional. What do you want?
Do you think the bird? Blah, blah, blah.
All right. Would you like to do that, or would you like to split it up?
Bird, you use the week, you do this. Yes.
Sounds
Blah, blah, blah.
These people are gonna die horribly. I can already tell. All right. Perfect. So- Swedish Dracula gives you life. Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, you do Swedish Dracula actually, because I realized we're 9 minutes away from having our first break, or having our break. So we'll go ahead and do that. So, you are steps away from entering this manor, the manor of Baron Vasquez. As all of you, like, it's like, wow, this is really nice. Is this like real mahogany? This is like cool. Like, that's a nice rug. Except for
Fresh
Harmond,
mahogany?
who, yeah, exactly. Except for Harmond, who has now seen a spirit, has a weird gut feeling about everything and all that kind of stuff. Yes. Now, what would you like to do?
Hey, friends. I just wanted to warn you, that I think I might have seen something up there that really spooked me a little bit, which is surprising given that I'm a cleric for the grave, But it was like a ghost or a specter, and then it was dragged away from the window, and I was really concerned. It seemed quite upset, so perhaps this was a mistake.
Beaver sure eats nothing. You did bad, yeah.
Sure
Yeah, what
thing.
he's saying.
So, the magi and the halflings all kind of exchange weary glances towards another, and like, oh shit, like they've seen it and everything, and they kind of like
knew?
murmur as Rogers like silences them with the wave of his hand, and he goes, I can assure you, like, there is a spirit that lingers here, but it's non-violent. It'll appear. Multiple staff members have shown themselves. It simply appears and acts a little bit hysterical and then disappears after a few moments, but it's nothing harmful. But you are a cleric, a turtle of the light, so clearly
No, you've misunderstood me here. I help guide people to the grave.
What-
Yeah, I see. I knew you were hiding something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know. We're not. We're
No,
past
that was
the
good.
go
That was
You're good.
really good. You're doing a great job. I can't. I think that if we survive, I might just kill you anyway. Because I feel that you lied to us. But we already signed the contracts. I believe Yara signed it without even reading it. Was there anything in the contract that said anything about our untimely demise by chance there, Mr. D'Angelo?
So Roger will actually tell you that, like, no, the only thing that it will say is that we are not liable if you do die on the premises because of the arcane, like, door, and that's the only way in these past 17 years that someone has gotten injured in this sort of mission, is just that they've messed with the door, it exploded in their face, even though they were warned that it would do so, and we did not pay them or their medical fees or anything like that. And yeah.
I want to look at one of the little halflings, and I want to hit which one of you between Seahawk and Silmare are the more charismatic of the two.
Well, it's surely going to be me, huh?
Oh, all right. I'm gonna tap Seahawk, and I'm gonna be like, go talk to that halfling. Ask him about the ghost.
Here, the ghosty with the chicky and the biscuit for 2 points. Blah, blah, blah.
So you see that in the name tags, it's like Larry and Jerry, and they're both bodybuilders who are halflings. And do you talk to Larry or Jerry? There's a distinct difference here.
First it's Jerry, then it's Barry.
Okay, so I think you said Larry first, so we're going to. So you lean over to Larry, who definitely seems like sweaty. He's like, he's giving like sort of side eye a little bit. Just cannot maintain eye contact. As he goes like, I'm not supposed to talk to you about the job. You're just supposed to, like, I'm just supposed to beat up anything that messes with Roger. But I'm just gonna say this right now, like just be on your guard, because this manor is it weirds me out, man. As he as he pulls out some pipe weed and then like smokes it a little bit, and yeah.
You're sweaty, sinky.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And Roger goes like, kind of clears his throat. Is like, we must be on our way. I am so sorry for this inconvenience, but the manor awaits, as he gestures again to the lobby and everything. Which, like, in the lobby, you see some torches are sort of lit, or some lamps rather, and it looks pretty chill. It's a great Airbnb. Yeah.
Prior to Roger's departure, I am going to swagger on over to him and put my fingers to his lips and just say, "Don't you forget about the eggs and the bacon."
He's like, you two, as so do you all walk into the manor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yara does.
All right.
For sure.
So
Well,
you all,
looking at it, Silmar's just like, well, I think this is just sensational.
so he goes like, I hope you have a pleasant evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. As the doors yawn again and creak
Yeah.
and everything as they close, and you hear like, as the doors like
They
lock,
just lock us in there.
and you see the magi like, you see there's various windows that are pretty wide, and like, you can see out. There's magi's that are like, casting their spells, and you see a very sort of shimmering violet sort of arcane barrier begin to rise over the entire manor, and then complete itself as they seem to have finished their work, and they begin to walk away. And you see Larry is like, and you see him mouth like R.I.P. as
I
he
feel
kind of
like we're some sort of sacrifice to whatever it is that ate that ghost up in the window. I'd like to go straight up to that room, though, if anyone would like to accompany me.
over to the basement.
No, to
Okay,
the
okay,
room
okay.
where I saw the ghost. At the basement
Oh,
will
got it,
be an
got it, yeah.
eventuality.
All
I
right.
can, I
Obviously.
can come with you.
Oh,
I
you're
can see magic and things. So
that's
Yeah.
great.
yeah.
Wait, that's the wrong accent. I just stole some of yours. Sorry.
No, I,
Really?
I was very nervous that I would do the same thing.
It's really rough. Dang it.
Yeah.
You're good. So
Well, they
what
go
we're gonna
for the ghosty thingy. Silmarberry, where to find some the pork and the wine.
Mm.
Pork.
I
The
need
Borg
like a
work, yeah.
translator, please.
close captions.
Somebody put closed captioning.
Silmarberry, come with me for the wine and the food.
Further.
All right. So what we're gonna do
Yeah.
now is we're gonna go ahead and go to our break. Once again, if you're enjoying the show, feel free to tip. We'll make sure to implement any of the changes that you requested into the show later. Wish Warlock's drama is going to come into play again sometime in the near future. And thank you guys for supporting, and we'll be like right back.
Bye.
Back. Welcome everyone. Thank you
Hello.
for bearing with that brief break as we got like snacks and got drinks and everything to continue with this. So before we continue with our adventure, first and foremost, I want to reintroduce everything to reset the room. So this is Homies Helping Homies. With me today are 4 amazing content creators who have their own projects that they're working on with like all of their heart and soul, and they're very passionate about. And so we're playing Dungeons & Dragons. And there's a tip menu, as you can see in the chat commands, as well as if you're on desktop, you can scroll down and see the banner and everything like that. You can influence the game. People have influenced. Renee, thank you for your accents, because you have greatly enhanced tonight's session as you gave 3 accents. So every character here has their own unique accent, which is really, really fun. And at the end of the night, the money pooled together is going to be divided 5 ways. That way it can go to actually fund their projects. So it's a lot of fun, and it's for a great cause, because these are real people with real endeavors that they're trying to see come to light. And that's a wonderful, beautiful thing about Homies Helping Homies. So really quick, we're going to reintroduce everyone. So go ahead and just tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what you're going to use the money for tonight. And we are $5 away from our actual goal of $200. So thank you guys so much for doing this. And we're going to start off with Pawn Plays.
Hello, I'm Pond. Just kidding. This is my real voice. I'm Pond. I am a tabletop role playing game streamer. I pretty much exclusively stream that. You can find me every Monday night at 7:30 Yeehaw or Central Time, whichever one you prefer, where I play D&D on Faithful Encounters. More tabletops. And the funds from this evening will go to help me get a stream deck so that I can run tech for a show that I'm going to be DMing here very soon on another channel that we love, but I can't say more yet because it's still secret.
Perfect. And then going over to Discount Bard.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie the Discount Bard. You can find me on all the various social medias at Discount Bard. I am a TTRPG performer, voice artist, actor, and overall real-life jack of all trades. You can find me bouncing around various different networks where I do TTRPG performances. I also stream on Twitch where I do primarily Sea of Thieves these days, but I also do other variety content like mini painting and other D&D related things. I am working today to build up funds for a Sea of Thieves TTRPG stream, which is my big project that I am working towards. And I purposely chose not to do this recap in accent because this is how I'm sounding for the rest of the game.
When you throw in the hurdy-durs that I lose, like
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Like,
like,
so
you
good.
saying that was fine. But
Oh my god. And then
Birdie
going over
bird.
to actually before that, we've now hit our goal and surpassed our goal. Thank you so much for the donations from Dire Rabbit and also What No and RK. You have turned back on Sultry mode. So when we
Reclaim.
return, we will go ahead and have Sultry mode for another like 10 to 15 minutes and everything. So it should be really good. I apologize, Discount Bard. During the break, he was like, it was kind of hard doing the Sultry and the Swedish Chef and also the Dracula. But now he's gonna have to like whip it out. So it's those acting chops you're gonna have to draw out from. It's like this is your
Yeah,
shiny
he's
moment.
gonna have to whip it out.
Okay, perfect. So going over to Coral, let us know how amazing you are and where we can find you.
Hi, friends. We're doing sultry mode introduction. My name's Coral Reefer, and you can find me over at twitch.tv/queerventuretime. Over there, we're currently obsessed with playing Skyrim. You know, rimming the sky. And
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, Coral Reefer here. Twitch.tv/queerventuretime. Fucking wholesome vibes, incredibly unwholesome conversations, as you can see. Money. Money is quite importante right now. I am currently working on a campaign for city council that is only taking small donations, which means we will not have funding to actually officially fucking hire me until another month or so. So as of now, this money is directly going to my immediate survival and keeping me going until they are able to help me survive capitalism while also changing the world.
Love it.
Nice. We're here for it. And then going over to Emma.
Hi, everybody. I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I just started doing TTRPG stuff last month. I have 2 campaigns going on my Twitch right now. One is Curse of Strahd on Tuesdays, and the other is Kids on Bikes/Brooms on Sundays. We will be starting an Avatar Legends campaign here in like the next few weeks, and I'm super excited for that too. The money will help with art because I need art and I like to pay artists good money. So whatever we get here, I'll be handing over to an artist to help me make art for the Avatar Legends campaign. And depending on how much we get, maybe also the Kids on Bikes/Brooms game. But yeah, super exciting stuff.
Yeah. And my name is D'Angelo Murillo. I go by that _ D'Angelo on all social media This is my Twitch channel. Thank you so much for being here. This is my event that I created called Homies Helping Homies. It's one of many events that I create to help bring creatives together to be a part of a very inclusive, diverse cast and community, and help get performers paid for their hard work and talent. Because for a lot of people who perform, which that was something that I didn't ask, which I usually do at the start of things, but a lot of times tabletop RPG performers will spend hours upon hours in front of like their webcams, in front of their ring lights, performing their heart out for everything, and yet they never see like a dime of payment for the longest time. So I am trying with all my heart and soul to try and change that, so that way everyone who touches my channel, works on my channel, will get to see a cut of the tips. It's always fairly shared and everything. So it's yeah, what I'm very passionate about. Two other things. One, Emerald Templar. So that is my own tabletop RPG that I'm actually like working on. By like November, December-ish, it should be on Kickstarter to be able to be supported. It's very inclusive, grim dark fantasy setting. It's gonna be super, super dope. More details to come. And secondly, and almost like sort of most importantly, I have a sponsor named Umbral Oculus that's by like Taryn Hackett. So bam, we don't have any giveaways tonight, but in the near future, all shows will have like giveaways. They'll be a part of it. And Umbral Oculus is a great website. I gotta put actually the information in chat sometime soon, but yes, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. And going over, thank you so much for the bits. And Light Smith, Pond must speak like Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. So so you don't have to mix Minnesotan with that. You can.
Thank
you
God. I was gonna say.
you gotta go
thank
to
you
the,
I'm
so
the
so
new
excited
one.
for this.
I don't
I'm
know
so excited
how
for this.
to be sultry and Frankenfurter and be Minnesotan at the same time. I sound like a pirate when I do that, so it's not gonna work. Ooh, Pond's a
Okay.
pirate.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so now your new accent is Rocky Horror Picture Show, Dr. Frankenfurter. So
Wonderful.
good. To recap, these very strong, capable adventurers met together in the Gilded Tusk, which is the largest establishment, the only establishment in the humble village of Gentle Breeze, and they were approached by Roger, who is a half-orc, tall, slender, who served Baron Vasquez, who told them, "I have a gig for you. It pays $5,000 bucks, which is a lot of money. $1 buck can feed you for a whole week. If you if you actually stay in Baron Vasquez's manor for just one night from dusk until dawn. That's all you have to be there for. And if you can do this and not go in the basement and all that kind of stuff, then you will get your money when dawn approaches. You cannot leave the manor. There will be an arcane barrier that will literally stop you. But you can drink all the wine, you can eat all the food, you can read all the books, you can do whatever you'd like to in the various rooms and trinkets and baubles that they have here. And that's it. So thinking it was a seemingly agreeable circumstance, they signed the contracts, they met the Baron, he told them the same thing. They kind of fell in love with the Minotaur by the name of Todd, who's just a wild stallion. And now they are going to, they've stepped in to the manor, the doors have closed behind them. The arcane barrier is now up and around the building, and they are in the current like foyer lobby of this manor, where there's huge rugs, various glorious paintings, expensive vases or vase, whatever, and furniture and everything like that. So it's pretty vast. Is there anything you'd like to do at this moment?
I think that me and Harmond were going towards the room that they saw the ghost. And on the way I'll probably be like, was it Lord or Duke?
Baron Vasquez.
Baron.
Yeah.
Did you see that Baron? I mean, I'd like to hold his hand. I mean, it was pretty
Yeah.
attractive. Just stop.
Are you crushing on him?
No, I just think like stop.
Oh, I'm not trying to embarrass you.
I apologize. So, when you guys go to a certain point, there are magically enchanted musical instruments that begin to play on their own that kind of do
Oh.
sultry, smooth jazz. That like you also see various statues of like essentially what would be like a pantheon of gods that are all very muscular, like Greek gods essentially, that are very muscular and like fit and everything, and they're just all around. The paintings are all very seductive and sultry, and
Touch
yes.
every one of them.
I think as soon as the music starts playing, Gira kind of like jumps and like looks towards it. Is that the ghost?
No, baby. That's not the ghost.
Oh,
That's just mood music.
all right.
Can you feel it?
I, yeah, I'm feeling the mood. Yeah,
Good.
it's a bit of a creepy mood.
Silmare starts to sway her hips.
So
It's just a turtle shell. Just
but a sultry turtle shell. So Harmond and Yura, you guys are gonna go investigate the upstairs sort of window where you guys think you sort of saw the apparition. Is anyone else gonna do that, or are you gonna do something else for Seahawk and Silmare?
Can I pour you some wine?
Perfect. So you head over to the pantry. Okay, good. And then
good vintage.
So, Mayor, what would you like to do at this moment? Would you like to investigate the apparition, or would you like to go and get some wine, or do something else?
Silmare is going to go grab quickly just grab a nice looking bottle of wine.
Pick it up and pour it. Sensual. Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
There
God
it
damn
is. We were
it.
ready for it.
Oh my god.
Do you have a clear chat? Life.
I don't think so.
Hi, friends. In case you here, I'm just. Do you mind if I vamp on your channel for a second?
That's fine. You can do so.
So hello, friends. If you haven't been on Twitch for a bit, there have been hate raids going on, as you can see. We try not to give these fuckers that much airtime, which is why we are vigilant and prepared for them. But of course, at the same time, we got to address it. And thanks for being here. Also, there on the 1st, there is a day off Twitch if that is something that you are cool to participate in, and that's something that you're able to participate in. We would love your support, just because that's a great thing for direct action, because Twitch could do more about it. But yeah, throw your good emotes in chat, please.
Exactly. Yeah. So right now we are doing emote only until like we're just gonna wait to storm out and all that kind of stuff. We apologize for this. There are various follower emotes that you can implement and show your support and all that kind of stuff. Just bear with us while we like sort of get through this. And we're gonna go ahead and continue forward with our story, because that's the only way to really through
Do
this.
you want to turn off your alert box?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and do that super fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, literally, like,
there we go.
yeah, we've all got buttons at this point. We all have the systems. We are very
Accustomed to this culture. Yeah, exactly. So it's all good. We'll just move forward. So sorry, it's not all good. It should change, but for the moment, we're gonna go ahead and power through. So
yeah, we're
to give you more details about this, there is a first floor and a second floor to this manor, and of course a basement sort of area. There's also the front yard and the backyard. The backyard and kind of to the side are what seems to be a private graveyard with various flowers and all these sort of statues that are all sort of around and everything that makes it look extremely beautiful. And as it's kind of gothic in nature, as there's statues of gargoyles and sort of devils and demons that are kind of like all sorts of around. You know from your basic knowledge that these statues were meant at one point to scare off evil spirits, but still in this modern era, it's very haunting and looks very odd. There's in this manor a pantry, dining room, library, armory, various other places to go explore. But the place that you guys saw the apparition would be in the second floor, by essentially the east wing of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that Silmare and Seahawk go to the pantry and then like pretty much rate it, and you see that there's various like wedges of cheese, there's various bottles of wine from really really olden times and everything, and a lot of things look really good and pristine in this place. That's pretty choice, so you have your pick of everything. Meanwhile, for Yira and Harmond, you guys find the staircase with relative ease, as it still looks super pristine, very touched and cleaned and everything like that, as you can sort of go upstairs, and it like twists and sort of turns as you get to the second floor, where there's only about like 5 sort of rooms, one of which to the immediate like right when you get upstairs has double doors and seems to be locked under, with an actual physical lock. And then there are a couple other rooms down the hall that seems to be just like bedrooms and all that kind of stuff. The room that seems to be, at least what you can surmise, is where you saw the apparition, would be the guest sort of bedroom, all the way at the end of this hall, to the right. Would you guys like to explore that room or go to any other place in the second floor?
I would like to go to that room first.
And I think I'm following Harmond, just because they're the one that saw this thing.
I appreciate your support, Yara.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You're lovely.
Thanks.
Mm.
But like I was saying, I mean the hand is really like the most erotic part of the body, and okay, well, I'm gonna look around, and suddenly this kind of like yellow light coalesces over Yara's eyes, and I'm gonna use magic awareness.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which I guess for like the next 6 seconds, I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of me that isn't behind total cover. And I'm just gonna try to like do like a quick scan of the hallway and hopefully get eyes in like that
Does it have
bedroom as well.
I'm sorry, does it have a range on that?
60 feet.
Oh, 6 feet. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We're going to say that you activate it like in the middle of the hallway or so, and various things illuminate and come to mind as it kind of like triggers. So you know that for the double doors that you immediately saw, like right when you got up to the second floor, that those doors seem to be magically enchanted. Does it say exactly what it is, or just that it's
I know the
magical?
location of any spell or magic item, and then if I sense it, I know what school of magic it belongs to, but I don't know, like, it's not identify or anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this one is going to be like, we're gonna say like acid sort of thing for the double doors on the second floor to the immediate right. Now the door that you saw the apparition is all the way at the end of the hall to the right. So which there's something magical in there as well, which seems to be of necromancy. That's actually like sort of in that room as well. And from the master bedroom, which you can see must be the Baron's quarters, there's a few magical items in there as well that range from fire enchantments to weapons and like other sort of trinkets and baubles. But the double doors and the necromancy like shine the brightest for potency as far as magic goes.
Okay. I think I'm gonna hurry to the room at the end and try to get direct eyes on like what the necromancy thing is, just so that I can be sure that I can point that out to Harmond.
Sorry, I was.
No, you're doing great.
I was
Yeah,
using
You're
my
doing great.
hammer.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
So many
Banhammer.
props to you two for banning all of those bots.
We've
Banhammer.
got it.
Silmare is going to close her eyes and walk around a little bit. And as she's walking, she just has an innate sense of what is around her because she took the blind fighting style. She has blind sight within 10 feet and she's searching for things that are invisible, and stuff that might not be able to be seen to the naked eye.
To the naked eye. Because we're still in sultry mode.
As smooth jazz continues to play and like walk through the Exactly. Yeah. So
Are you doing the X-Men song?
That was supposed to be Careless Whisper. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
So random accent to random person. Okay, so random accent to random person. So actually we'll do a D4. That makes way more sense. So we're gonna go to Coral. Can you do a Russian accent?
I can try.
That's fine. That's good.
Beautiful.
I
on top,
can.
right on
it
it.
will be generic Eastern European. That is very bad. But in Soviet Russia.
Perfect. So, you are walking around the pantry. You found the wine that you felt was like really really prominent, and then you end up going into the sort of lobby as you're kind of sort of exploring. Do you have any sort of proficiency in magic or religion? I don't think religion, but like, are you skilled at magic or sorry, Arcana?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Perfect. You can definitely feel the magic energies pouring from the basement, as right behind the staircase, you see the entrance to the actual basement that kind of winds down, and you even from here in the lobby you can feel it, and it's got to be like quite some distance, downstairs. Would you like to go and investigate, or would you like to stay where you are?
Silmare is going to investigate from her spot, but not dive further. Just see what she can get from a cursory glance.
Okay, so I guess what I'll do, because everyone always well, not everyone, but like so Wish Warlock gave a random person a random accent, which I gave to Coral. Actually, unless Emma, you want a Russian accent, would you be down with that? Because Tristan just gave Coral a new accent.
Duh.
Okay, perfect. So you'll be updated to Russian, so we'll keep that in there. So Coral, now you have to talk in a Jersey accent.
Oh
thanks to
God!
Tristan.
Oh, I'm gonna make so many people I went to college with so mad. Oh no! I'm so sorry, Julian. I'm so sorry, Jillian. I couldn't even fucking remember her name. I guess that's how much it meant to me. Anyways, Joy. Okay, Joyzy. Gotta think of Michelle Visage. Michelle Visage and Joyzy
Perfect. So
on the New Jersey Turnpike.
do you activate any spells this time to investigate at the sort of mouth of the staircase, or would you like to is there any other way you'd like to investigate?
Nah.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and do a perception check, or whatever way you'd like to stay where you are, but check out the area.
Can I make an investigation check? This is
Sure,
so
go for
bad.
it.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
To
You're good.
the entire state of New Jersey right now. Holy shit. Yeah, that's 14.
So with the 14, you investigate as you kind of lean a little bit closer. You look around the area. You can definitely tell that this basement isn't as well kept as the rest of the manor. Everywhere else in the manor, it's flawless. There's no dust, no cracks, nothing. Just all taken care of. But this basement, immediately you can see on the stone steps, there's cracks and there's some spider webs that you can immediately see. and all this sort of stuff. As there's a bit of a gust of wind that approaches you and like kind of, overcomes you. And with that gust of wind carries a little bit of an audio of some like young woman is telling you like, hello, is someone there? As it whispers to you. Now, Seahawk, where are you and what are you doing? Would you like to be with Silmare, or are you chowing down on like some grub in the dining room?
Seahawk has, if there is one available, a chicken leg in one hand, a goblet of wine in the other, and is casually perusing around investigating everything.
Perfect. So you have a magical time as you're walking through. You're seeing the magical instruments, like they start and stop depending on where you are in the manor. So like if you're in the lounge, it'll begin to play. If you exit the lounge and enter the garden, it'll begin to play, over there and all that kind of stuff. It's just like it's pretty dope. And even though everything's like super sexual, it's like I'm kind of getting used to it. There's a lot of artwork here.
Did you say that the music stops and starts depending on whether I enter a room?
Correct.
We go through the threshold. We go back in. We go through. We go back in.
It like picks up and is ready to like, brr, and then it just goes back down, and then like, yeah.
It's very good.
Perfect. So really quick, going back upstairs, you guys are in the main hallway. You've identified, or not identified, but like located various magical objects, enchantments and all that kind of stuff that are around the second floor. And you know that the door at the end of the hallway is the one to like apparently the guest bedroom where you saw the apparition by the window. Would you like to go over, just open the door, do any sort of other investigations, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess I'm just opening the door to try to get to that necromancy thing.
Okay. So you do open the door as it kind of like yawns a little bit and creaks as you open it fully, and you see it's a guest bedroom. It seems to be for guests when they arrive. It's very well kept. Nothing's really disturbed at all. And there is the window that you saw that there was something there. You do find with some investigation a sort of handprint that's kind of on it for like two of them that are sort of pressed against there that seem relatively fresh. As you walk in and immediately notice that the temperature in this area is a lot cooler than the rest of the sort of manor. And for Harmon, because you're trained in sort of religion, that nauseousness that you felt previously is only getting stronger. Yeah.
I feel the anticipation. And then I'm going to go put my hands on the window and slightly bend over where the handprints were. Try and see. No. And then I'd like to look around the room a little bit, maybe with an investigation of some kind. See if there's any sort of necromancy trinkets or tokens or patient. Anything like that,
Perfect.
Could I tell what exactly was giving off the necromancy?
Yeah, absolutely. You notice that the objects of interest is actually going to be underneath a sort of credenza that's in the corner of the room. It's like a wooden piece of furniture and everything like that, and it seems to be very like lodged just underneath it, behind it and everything. If you'd like to go and investigate that, yeah.
Yeah, I think Yara's gonna head that way. Harmond, over here. This is under here. I saw some necromancy over. Yes.
Could you perhaps? Never mind, Yara. Yara, you're such a sweet little bean. And then I'm gonna like bend over down to Yara's height.
Are you wearing turtle short shorts?
I'm wearing turtle. I'm actually wearing fishnets and a backwards corset. Like you do.
Is this now a commentary on like fishing practices?
Yes.
Fishnets on a
Unethical.
turtle.
But
Am I rolling anything, D'Angelo?
perception or
Perception.
Yura, you did tell Harmon where it was exactly. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you should be able to just bend over and then be able to get it.
I pop my little turtle shell. And I
Your
bend
glutes
over.
get firm. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. The shell is quite firm. Would you like to touch it, Yura? I polished it this morning.
Oh, yeah, yes.
No pressure, obviously.
Oh no, then
No pressure.
I am fine then. Yes.
Understood. And then I wink, and then I'll look for the for the necromancy thing.
And then I touch their shell when they're not looking.
Oh,
you quiver and
I
then
quiver.
so you bend down, you look under the credenza, you search for a little bit, but then you end up finding some sort of like a small object. Do you go in and pick it up?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So you reach over and you kind of like really have to sort of fish for it, but you do like grab it. The moment that you grab it, a wave of sort of deja vu memories just kind of surge through you as you can. Yeah, you like lick it.
I don't. I don't
as
think
you-
it.
A wave of nostalgia, deja vu, all this kind of stuff surges through you as memories sort of flash through your mind that are not your own, as you see that there was a sort of young, it seems like half-elf woman that got woken up in the middle of the night, got like sort of dragged throughout the manor. There was some sort of ceremony that took place in the room just down the hall that was right next to the staircase and everything. And she apparently was sacrificed and chopped up into little pieces. As you look closer at this object, and you definitely notice it's a shriveled, decayed finger that you're kind of sort of holding, and you get the impression that this belongs to the spirit that actually like bashed on the sort of window that greeted you. Their presence is slightly here, but not a lot. It was only appeared just because of this small thing, and it seems like it's now like charging its power or whatever. But something definitely went down in this manner.
I'm gonna hold the finger to my mouth, and I'm gonna say, "Don't worry, little baby. We'll make sure that you get home safe." And then I'm just gonna wrap it in like a little piece of my cloth and then stick it in my bag.
Perfect.
Did you
Okay, good.
learn anything?
Yes, it appears there was half human sacrifice, and we should go to the other room down the hall.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for touching my shell, by the way.
I
Can
didn't
touch
think you
your
could feel
horns?
your shell.
I
And
absolutely
I quickly
can.
walk out of the room.
Harmon, you're now pregnant.
That'll be baby
Just
number
kidding.
18.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Kidding.
Okay, so going downstairs, as you're at the mouth of this basement entrance and everything like that. Now, Seahawk, are you still like wandering the sort of facility and everything, or are you joining with Silmare?
So after having my fun going in and out of the threshold, I'm going to swagger on over to Silmare.
You know that look in your eye. You get to look at the curiosity of a troublemaker.
He says while eating a chicken wing. He says he has a bucket of fried chicken and so Mayor, how would you like to respond?
Yeah. Look, Jersey to me is just loud. I don't know.
Yeah!
It's okay, we can be loud together.
Yeah, I'm not going down there by myself. Right? It's not happening.
Look, if you wanted some company, you only had to ask.
As
Well-
now, Seahawk, as you're in the middle of the conversation, another gust of wind sort of, wafts through, goes upwards and everything. It seems quite strong as another voice sort of appears. It seems very young, very fragile, vulnerable. That seems to be a young woman, and it says like, "Is anyone there? Can you help me? I need your help, please." As it asks, yeah. You can choose to ignore it. You can choose whatever your character would do.
Where does it sound like this voice is coming from?
Downstairs to the basement.
There's someone down there.
Yeah, we're here. What do you need?
So-
What's going on?
It takes a little bit to like your voice echoes as it bounces, the audio bounces between the walls and everything. It gets down there, and it takes a little bit, but it travels back up and goes, please, I'm in need of assistance. I don't know what's going on, but I'm trapped and I can't get out. There's a large door here that I can't seem to break out of. Please, I need your help. As she begins to cry a little bit. This voice.
Are you dead?
So and again, it takes a little bit, and then finally it comes back. Goes like, dead? No, I'm alive, but I can't get out of here, and there's no food or water, so I don't know if something might happen. She goes, I don't know why can you find my dad? As it asks, it pleads.
Don't worry,
shit,
we're
I
coming
wasn't
for
he-
you.
And I make my way down.
I imagine you like
Wasn't-
Muppet walk.
We weren't here to babysit. I ain't here to play some girl's daddy. Well, I mean,
Do
we
you-
are in sultry mode.
Yeah. Do you follow, or do you allow Seahawk to travel by himself?
I'm gonna be like, shit. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Would you say the rest of the party is within 120 feet?
Sure, yeah.
Great. I'm going to assume I know the general direction that the party is in, and I go ahead and point my finger that direction, and I go ahead and Seahawk does not really hear anything, but Harmon hears, hey, Seahawk and I got some suspicious shit down here at the basement. All right, you gotta come meet us. There seems to be a girl who's asking if there's help, and so
Can I
Yeah.
respond or no?
you actually can. The target can reply in a whisper.
My
But,
babies, I found a finger, and Yera found some necromancy up here. Perhaps avoid the basement door for a little bit longer and help us look up here. I feel you'll die if you touch the door.
Hey, yeah.
But do what you
Yeah,
will.
it sounds urgent. But okay, I'll pass it along. Hey, Seahawk.
Now, Seahawk, how far down do you descend? Now, if you just go for a few moments, there's a spiraling sort of staircase that kind of winds a little bit, and then finally you can see the like large, thick iron door that bars entry to this basement area. Now, there are signs in like various languages that say, "Warning: this door is magically enchanted. Do not make any attempt to touch it, or otherwise the magic will activate." As you can see, a very like sickly green shimmer of light kind of like pulsate through the door, showcasing that it is magically enchanted.
Well, where's the fuck? You don't know how to deal with the magics.
Seahawk.
Huh?
The other two upstairs are saying we should go look up there. They found a finger and some necromancy.
Where'd you give the necromancy and the finger?
They got the necromancy and the finger from the
Guest bedroom.
from No, this is all part of the accent. From
At this time, so-
us.
Silmer, are you with Seahawk like next to them, or are you like further up?
I'm like further up the stairs.
Okay, so-
Yelling down the stairs.
I
As
mean,
it's bouncing back?
we're at a far enough distance from each other that our naturally loud voices are actually at a comfortable level.
So Seahawk, where are you facing? Are you facing upwards to try to see Silmer, or are you looking at the iron door, examining it?
Looking at the iron door and shouting behind me.
Okay, so you're looking at the iron door. As you look and examine this door, it obviously has a handle in it with the keyhole, and then there's the magical shimmering, but there's also a sort of viewport with iron sort of bars through there. And you can see that two slender hands kind of grab at the actual iron door, and it's about like maybe 7 feet tall or whatever. So you hear a grunt of effort as something like grabs onto the iron doors and pulls itself up, and you see a very like haggard looking young elvish sort of woman that's kind of there, and she goes and she looks to you and goes like, oh my god, you're here, like please, I need your help, as she like pleads with you and goes like, I don't know like why I'm in here, or what's going on, but you need to let me out of here, as she struggles and then finally lets go of the iron bars and falls sort of like down, unable to maintain that position.
Hey, what's going on down there? What's going on?
And I stomp my way back up the hallway.
And you hear the pleading like, no, don't go, please. And then she like begins to sob hysterically as
Do I hear
you-
the pleading too?
slightly, yeah, as it grows it kind of climaxes as Seahawk like turns the corner and gets out of view, and then so you absolutely hear this other voice.
You
Are we
don't
still in
suppose you
sultry
have
mode?
any
Is it
access
that kind
for
of
the magic?
climax?
Sultry mode is no longer on. Yeah, there you go.
You know the magic more than I do.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right.
Imagine with
all
a
right.
cigarette like out of your mouth, like
Yup. Fucking hate it when I gotta take trips into the city. God damn.
perfect. So we're gonna say that
Um,
you inform Silmer, or do you inform Silmer of what's going on?
There's the girl in the stairs, and they behind the magic, and they fall down the hole. We walk away. They come back up the hole, and it. Brr.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
Good, I'm sure someone does, because I don't understand myself.
I'm gonna go ahead and send a message back up to Harmond and Yara and be like, yeah, I'm so Seahawk didn't completely listen. And there's like a whole ass girl down here, and we gotta I think there's a urgency. Yeah.
Does she look like a half elf?
I look at Seahawk and I'm like, half elf? What do you think?
Specifically, Baron Vasquez is Eladrin, and also it seems like this woman is an Eladrin as well. That's in the basement.
You seem like the word of the Eladrin there.
Seahawk said Eldrin.
Is she missing a finger?
Not that
Was
you
she
saw.
missing a finger?
Not that you saw.
Yeah,
No,
not
they
that he
seem to
saw.
have all the fingers.
Yeah, it seems to have all the fingers. I imagine at this point it's literally just like that phone conversation where it's all like
A huge wire and everything.
Yeah, did you see? No, you didn't see. You didn't see.
Going through
Ruben?
2 different filters of translation each time.
Uh,
Did Seahawk touch door? Is arm gone now?
He didn't touch the door.
Hey, yeah, no door touching, no door touching. We listen to that part.
We need
We
the
were-
arms for the
we were
ding.
smart about that. Right.
So, traveling upstairs, Harmond and Yura, you guys are standing before the 2 double doors that are in the second floor that you felt something magical of nature happens behind these doors. But if this one is also magically enchanted, you were not informed of this and you were not told you could not go into this room. So you're a little bit curious as to why it's kind of happening like this. And yeah.
do you think we should go help them, Yara?
Mm. We have all night to help little girl. I don't understand why such urgency.
I agree with you completely. I'm not entirely convinced that she's human. Well, no,
No, she
wrong word. Living.
Eldrin. Eldrin, they say.
You know, sometimes words come out of my mouth and it's not the accurate ones. I'm not entirely convinced that she's alive or real. Perhaps it's an enticement to touch the door, or she's dead and doesn't know it.
If Seahawk saw her, I could go take a look. But also, I want to look at these doors.
I am intrigued as hell by these doors, Yara, and I
These
really want
doors
to
are
touch
so
them.
interesting.
Oh my god, I'm
Yes.
so glad that we're not alone in this.
Oh.
Let's touch the doors, please.
These weren't the poison doors, right?
Like the door.
The
Were these the poison doors?
The snozberries taste like snozberries. No.
poison tastes like poison.
So downstairs was a shimmering green sort of like light or whatever. This door seems to be it shimmers kind of like, I don't know, like reddish a little bit. There definitely is a magical enchantment on these doors. Doing an arcana check can identify what it is. Getting a really high arcana check with the intention of disarming it will disarm it.
I'm gonna try.
Um,
Or is your arcana better than mine, Yara?
I have a +6.
You should try the doors.
I rolled a 22.
What is your intention? Just to investigate it or to disarm it?
Guidance.
Well, I think Yara's very much pro. If there's magic, get rid of the magic rather than worry about what it is.
Okay. So you do some Naruto hand signals and you disarm this magic as it you see the red shimmering just like dies down and dissipates as the doors now seem to be just normal doors. Yes.
Danger gone.
Would you like me to open the doors since I have this? And I just bang on my shell and then
Yes.
Very
Well,
good.
you just clean shell. I will take care of. And I'll kick the door.
Perfect. You kick the door and they both open up and you see that it seems to be some sort of alchemy room, some like sort of enchanting room where there's various tomes, grimoires, an orb in the middle of a table, and all this sort of stuff that's sort of around for scrying and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, seems pretty well kept. The grimoires that you can examine as a sort of brief look over are pretty much like necromancy based. It seems like the Baron took a very keen interest in the art of necromancy for whatever reason.
Interesting.
hello, Lady Ghost. I have your finger.
As you hear the sound of the house sort of settling, as you call out.
Hello.
Don't worry, you talk to Lady Ghost. I will take a look around. And I'm
Yes.
gonna just kind of like look around the room, like investigate a little bit, see if there's like anything to tell me what exactly is going on in this house.
Sure. Go into investigation roll. For Harmon, because you are religious and have your skills in it, you can go ahead and do a religion check to sort of either pray to the gods for guidance, try to commune with the spirit to have it come forward. Because in my opinion, religious characters can toy with the veil between life and death, sort of thing.
I like
If
it.
you'd like to, yeah.
Wonderful.
Did
I
you
would
say
like
you
to.
guided me before?
I'm guiding you now. Guidance.
Oof. I don't
So
know how
D
much it's gonna help.
guidance for me now is a D4. I forgot this is my
I
level
rolled an 8 altogether.
Okay. So as you look around the room, you're like, I just can't find anything of value. Yeah.
Can I turn on my magic eyes? Is that okay?
Sure.
Look with your magic eyes.
Yeah. What do your magic eyes see?
18.
18. Okay.
for
And
my
what is your
religion.
intention?
And my intention is to commune with the spirit so that I may guide her to the next life safely.
So this house is very fancy, magically speaking. So when you enter the room, a bunch of candles lit automatically, sorry. And that's happened all throughout the manor. So the same thing with this room. Automatically, all the candles light and everything to illuminate the area to make it convenient for guests. As you communicate with the spirit and say, like, spirit, come forward or what have you, the light in this room immediately starts to dim lower and lower and lower as everything gets super cold to the point where you can see your breath and you feel that there's another presence here. As suddenly in the darkest part of the room comes forward a spirit. It does not seem to be the half elf that you saw in your vision, but it seems to be a man. Like, it seems like an orc that's quite tall. As it seems very terrified to see you. Yeah.
Hello, child.
And
You're safe.
he speaks in a sort of double voice as he goes, I'm not supposed to be here. I don't want to be in this room. Like, you've got to, like, why did you summon me, cleric? As he, yeah.
Yara, do you see this? I was looking.
You absolutely see it.
I was looking for the young lady who this belongs to, and I'll like fold open the finger. Why are you here?
So as you hold it out to him, he approaches with caution, but every step closer that he takes gets colder and colder and colder to the point where it just feels like you're shivering. Yeah, your nipples cut through glass at this point. And
Do Turtle have nipples? I don't know.
they do now. Yeah. So
Have you never had turtle milk?
How do you? Never mind.
okay. So,
I'll show you later.
Is it like the George Clooney Batsuit where it's just permanently there?
oh god, yeah, exactly. There you go. So you hold out the finger, and this spirit kind of glides over to examine it with caution, and he takes one look at it, and he goes, "Oh, that's what the hell was her name? Let me see here.
What the hell's her name? Good to know. Make
Right.
note of that.
Nelly. There we go. Oh my god, that's Nelly." As he kind of looks back in horror. And he goes, I tried to protect her all my life, but I guess it wasn't good enough. There was no point. Like, this damned manor, one day will consume us all, and it's already started. And he kind of gives a huge sigh, and he goes, "What of the Baron's daughter? Do you know anything about that? Like, because when I was alive, I don't know how long it's been. My God, what is my family doing?" And he kind of spirals a little bit.
I'm
And
gonna just touch his chest. If I don't know if I can or not, but just calm.
go ahead and do a persuasion roll or intimidation, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
I mean, we'll do
Because you're calm.
guidance.
Calm.
You do have a pool of +7 if you'd like to tap into that.
I don't know if it'll. Hold on. It's 4.
Negative. Okay.
No, it's literally. I rolled a 7 total, so with the guidance, so I don't think that'll help.
Could I? So this person's a half orc or orc?
Orc. Yep.
What was the Richard? Was that the guy's name?
Roger was a half orc. Yeah.
Is your child named Roger?
And he kind of looks over and he goes no, my child wasn't named Roger. But I knew Roger. He was a servant in this house. He is he alive? Is he okay?
Yes, he's very well.
And he kind of shows a sigh of relief. He goes, at least someone is doing well in all of this, as he kind of paces back and forth in the room, and he goes, I have so many questions. Like, what year is it? Like, who's? I guess it doesn't matter. I probably only have a brief amount of time. As he looks at his limbs, and he can see that the Marty McFly effect is like happening, where he's like, disappearing a little bit.
What's the
And-
deal with the basement? Just kidding.
Yeah, like, get to the point. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So he looks over and he goes like, basement. Well, when I was alive, the Baron's wife was pregnant, and there were complications. He treated a witch like shit, and she cursed him to never be able to have a child, no matter what woman he tried to conceive with. And he started resorting to dark magics in order to actually like have a child, an heir, and everything. But it required so much, to the point where it consumed him. And he started talking, like, I heard in hush whispers that there were going to be human sacrifices to amplify the magics to save not only his child but also his wife. Did it work? Like, I apparently was one of the sacrifices, because I slept here in the manor, and I was taken by night, and now I'm here as Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Yes, we're staying here tonight, so that
I-
doesn't bode well for us.
I do believe that we are also sacrifices. There's a girl in the basement apparently asking for help. So we'll probably go deal with that now. But just rest. And I'll just like rub my palm
You
down
have-
his face.
Yeah, you have total control of the spirit, so you can make him disappear whenever you'd like to. Yeah.
I want him to move on.
You can do that. Go and do a religion roll.
Ooh, okay.
We'll say with
Guidance.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay. And guidance. No, it's no.
He's like, you know what? It's fine. I'll just like chill here. I've been here for so long. May as well just you do your thing.
I'm
as
so
he's,
sorry. I was trying to save you.
Do
It's
you
all
want
good.
to help me find cool things in this room?
He goes, sure. And then he like, so we'll pause there and go back downstairs to Seahawk and Silmer, who heard the pleading of the woman. Now there are sobs and crying from the basement that you can clearly hear from a young woman. And what would you like to do?
Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Give us just a second, all right? We got friends. We're figuring out what to do, okay? Jeez.
You're the voice being like, I wish I had friends. As
Yeah, well, maybe you need to change your attitude, all right?
Well, what do we do? I don't do the magics, and with the good there, I don't want to lose my arms.
Yeah. Usually,
They're frightened herbs.
yeah, I go ahead and I flip through my I pull out my spell book. I'm just like, yeah, that's it. See, just like usually when I get rid of magic, it's while the magic is happening, it's not I can't really dispel it, more counter it.
with a high enough Arcana roll, you can dispel it. So you can choose to try it if you'd like to.
All right.
We're-
Well, but let me go ahead and take a nice close look at it. All right. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna look at it.
Do we know if we put something into the spell, does that to get rid of the spell?
Yeah, I don't know. I go ahead and summon a mage hand,
Okay.
and I have my mage hand touch the door handle.
Very important question. Where are you guys at? Are you in front of the door? Are you at the basement entrance all the way up top?
The range on mage hand is 30 feet, so I am 30 feet away from the door.
You're like, "Dee." It's like a bomb disarming something. So you see the mage hand go over to the door handle and touch it, and immediately an explosion of green, sort of like a cloud, erupts from it. Let me check the range of cloud kill. Okay, it's a 20-foot area from there, so you guys are safe because you're at 30 feet. It needs 20 feet. So you see a huge toxic cloud appear that appears to be cloud kill that erupted from it. Granted, the iron door has lost the sickly green shimmer, but the area kind of like is there and then dissipates and then finally, goes back to normal. As
Silmer immediately sends a message upstairs. So we touch the door.
Is your arm gone?
Fuck.
No, arm isn't gone. We were smart. We were smart about it.
Mm.
I used the mage hand, but there was a cloud kill for a hot second, but it's okay because we used the mage hand and we were standing back. So
Are
don't worry.
enchantments still there?
No. Cloud kill. The cloud went away. Poison cloud is no more. It's there's some little bit of residue on the floor at this point, but nothing much. We're fine. It's
Great.
fine.
Then I got the thieves' tools, and that's amazing.
We
Perfect.
should go down
So-
there.
you do head over to the lock, and you see that it is
I am
locked.
very careful to, with every step, avoid getting any schmutz on my very nicely polished boots.
Perfect. So you head over to the keyhole, and I assume that you're trying to use your thieves' tools to actually unlock it, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So really quick, upstairs, this spirit, this apparition, like kind of tells you I have to dwell upon everything right now because I haven't had consciousness since I was last alive, so I have to really like just explore this place and gather my thoughts before I go insane. But before I do this, I just got to check something really quick. As he looks over and fishes for one of the tomes and grimoires on the bookshelf and finds a particular one and cracks it open, and sure enough, it's hollowed out and seems to have a rather large key that's in there. And he goes, if your goal is in the basement, then this is the key to that actual basement. So I hope it helps you, and thank you for summoning me. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to help out and right some wrongs, as it leaves it on the table in the middle of the room and then fades into the darkness.
Wait, no, one more question.
Well, sorry. What'd you need? As he,
Oh,
like,
thank
comes
you.
back with-
Thank you for coming back. I appreciate
He
it.
like swims in through the.
Yeah. Sorry. Would you say something? Yeah.
You said you were staying here for a night and what killed you? What should we be looking for?
And he kind of he goes, I honestly don't know. It's been apparently so long since, as he looks out the window and goes like, everything's changed. Like the gentle breeze used to be like a third of what it is now. And he goes, all I can
Climate
remember.
change.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you're like, it's like 10 degrees warmer here than what? Yeah. So he tells you, I worked and served the Baron. My generations of my family members served the Baron, and just like it was great. He had dental, 401k, healthcare, so it was a
Good
solid job.
benefits.
Yeah, exactly. And one night in the middle of a dark and stormy night, I just got pulled out of my bed and I felt a thrust into my chest. As he recounts his death, you can see him visibly like lose, like kind of spiraling. And he goes, I don't remember anything after that. That must have been when I passed on. And he goes, but I don't know what you face, because apparently I was at the beginning of this. But take care, and I'll try to do whatever I can to help you, but I need some time to myself.
Okay,
Peace.
it's
As he-
good to
as he
know.
fades.
They don't even match 401k contributions anymore. I'll let you go. It's fine.
So you have the key in hand. Would you like to join your party members?
Yes.
All right. So you descend down the staircase, you make your way down to the basement, and before that though, Seahawk, you kneel down with your thieves' tools as you unwrap it. You pick the best tools as you're like, oh, this is
Got the Rinky and the Tinky and the Ting
a
Ting.
TK 5000. I know this door. As you kind of like go and get your tools to like tinker in it. You are forced now. Go to roll for me for your sleight of hand. I guess it would be, I guess with advantage with your thieves' tools.
Okay. Well, the higher of that is a 26.
26. Okay, perfect. Yep. So you're able to do it. So as you're putting in your tools to actually fish for it and all that kind of stuff, it's a pretty large keyhole, and you can see on the other side. And as you're kind of fishing for it, you see and like essentially an eyeball, someone staring back at you. That seems extremely bloodshot. That seems to be a totally different hue of eye color than the young woman that greeted you initially and everything. That just stares back at you and it sends chills sort of down your spine. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
What the frick? That's not good. For wisdom, did she the 3?
You definitely pee yourself as like the door unlocks and everything, but you like scream and clamber back, and like as your tools go flying everywhere. Yeah, as Harmon's Yira, you hear the sound of the yelling, and Somer, as you were like also in the vicinity checking it out, yeah, you hear this scream. As you look over, you see nothing wrong, except for the frightened Seahawk that's on the ground. Yeah.
His pants.
Hey, hey, you okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. So, Pond, you now have a German accent.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
this is
Oh.
a German accent.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is German, yes. It's been a while. That's more Swedish, but here we go.
Whatever you can do, it's good.
Hey, you're the Swedish? You're the Swedish? It works.
Da. No, that's Russian. Shit.
They're good.
Wunderbar. Yeah.
Ja, wunderbar. Gut, gut. Guten Tag. Ja, 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 ja.
Yeah. Good,
Da.
good, good.
Good. Seahawk, are you okay?
So the eye in the hole, and tink, and
You've got some pee on your pants.
yes.
Yeah. Da.
But the eye in the hole, and it hurt.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying.
The eye in the hole. Do you not
I-
understand the words that are coming out of my
I-
rifle?
Bill,
Eye in the hole, and I like put my eye out, and I like go to put it in the hole.
It unlocks a doorway to another dimension. Just kidding. Just joking.
Ah.
So, okay. So, we were supposed to end at 8. That's 7 minutes away.
Oh boy.
Pacing has been horrible for me because I totally got off track and everything. So, question:
I can't
is it
imagine why.
It's
is
not
8
like it's our problem.
is 8 a hard cutoff for anyone? Or can you do like 15 minutes more or something like that? You can be honest because I can speed this up if you need to.
Da. I can
Good.
go as long as you'd like.
I have no plans.
Okay.
I just gotta swing my sword.
Okay. And then CR. You good?
As
Okay.
long as I can swing the sword too, I'm good.
Okay.
Da.
perfect. That'll be coming shortly. That's for sure. So the door, like as you all approach and you see you're tending to Seahawk and everything like that as you're helping him up, like noticing the very large wet spot that's expanding in the middle of his crotch and everything. You do notice that the Seahawk.
As I stand up, I'm going to draw out my rapier and yell, "Fur!" And when I do so, my rapier is going to erupt in flames, and I'm going to hold it close to my crotch to try to dry out as much of the pee as possible.
Okay, it's working like a charm. You're like, oh, good. So while all this is happening, and the fire from your blade is illuminating the area, giving you more visibility, as the iron door actually seems to open by itself, and it's a thick door, THICC, as it kind of like creaks open just ever so slightly, not all the way, but just like ajar. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to go first. In through the door.
Bert, you open it up, and the nauseousness that you felt from apparently necromancy is ever like growing ever larger as it's extremely cold in this area. you look through, you see various, like they mentioned, trinkets and baubles and crates of expensive jewelry and all this sort of stuff around. But at the very end of the room is a sort of glass case with a young, beautiful Eladrin woman that's adorned in regal sort of attire, that she seems to be in a very deep slumber. Looks very, very beautiful. Her hair is like super, super grown out, and her fingernails are very, very long. She seems to be alive. Her flesh seems to be fine and everything like that, but she seems extremely just like knocked out. And yeah.
Where is the girl that you were talking about? Is that her?
And it does look like her. Granted, it was the one you looked at was very haggard, but still seems to be not in a glass case and very awake.
Not too sure. Might be her, could be not.
I turn on
look
my
like her.
magic eyes.
Okay. You blink and you're like boop boop, and then you see with your magic eyes that the glass case is magically enchanted. And yeah, there seems to be magic on the case and also inside of the actual woman. That's behind the glass case. Yeah.
But nothing else in this room is.
Oh, I'm
like,
sorry.
magic.
There are various magical items of like small, slight little details of like, ring of jumping and like all these different sort of things that are around. Yeah. But those are the two prominent ones, is the woman in the case and the case itself.
The case and the girl are both magic.
Would you like me to dispel it?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Very good. Wunderbar. Does anyone else have oppositions to me dispelling the magic?
Pretty girl.
Oh,
Can
by
I-
the way, to everyone else, apparently, I keep wanting to say Duke, and I know it's not Duke.
Baron. Yeah.
Baron.
Baron.
Baron. The Baron has been using these times where he gets people to stay the night as times to sacrifice
Oh, da.
and use their sacrifice to power his child, I believe. But just as a heads up.
Sacrifice
Can
the
I-
power of the child.
Somewhere?
Can I Arcana check this machine real quick?
Go for it.
Ooh, can I help?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
I just wasted a nat 20.
I don't know if it's
Wunderbar.
waste. So
okay.
with
Nat
a nat
20
20,
for 27.
you studied
Nice.
this in college
Oh.
as you
I wrote my goddamn dissertation on this.
exactly.
On this
Mm.
machine.
So
Indeed.
you realize that this is a sort of physical barrier to ward off like spirits, to maintain a spirit sort of in this sort of vessel, and everything like that. So that's what the function of this glass case is. Granted, there are certain areas where air is able to sort of seep through and everything, to keep the person that's inside alive. But it's usually meant for magi to contain powerful spirits, usually of possessed people, to protect them and others. Yeah.
Beware. This case is one that I've seen many times. It's meant to. Oh, wait, no, shit. Joyzy. Fuck. Wow, why did I forget about that? Hey! Hey, watch out! Watch out, I'm walking here!
Wunderbar.
This case, the case, it's not, it's used to trap or ward spirits. Don't be careful. I don't know if it's meant to keep this girl in or if it's meant to keep other things out.
We are about to find out. And then I'd like to cast Dispel Magic, please.
Perfect. And as you cast Dispel Magic, as you do your Naruto hand signals and then clasp onto it and everything, you see that it was shimmering in kind of a light blue, light red, light green sort of pulsating thing, and now it's just like powered down. And the entire room goes like super frosty cold at this point, as all of the entire glass case like frosts over, and the iron door behind you closes sort of shut as you're kind of encroached in darkness. Does anyone do dancing lights, torch, or
I would like
have
to cast light
perfect?
so that
So you
I
can-
can see.
I would. Oh, you cast light?
I cannot see in darkness.
Okay.
You cannot see
Um,
from a sword. It's pretty bright.
I start humming to myself.
Okay, so you cast light. So there was a moment of darkness. Does anyone have dark vision?
I do.
Okay.
I'm the only
yes.
one, really? Okay.
No,
Oh
I
no,
have it.
we're
Oh,
elves.
oh,
okay,
gotcha,
okay.
gotcha.
Okay, so three of you have dark vision. So the three of you in this moment where the room is completely engulfed in darkness. For this brief moment, you see this young
Does
woman
it
that's in the
darken my? Does it darken my sword?
it makes it dim, but it does not extinguish it. As you can see in the glass case, the woman begins to shudder and sort of jitter uncontrollably and abnormally. And then when the lights are produced, like it's a split second or a second before the lights are produced and all that kind of stuff. And when it is, you see the woman actually like break out of the sort of case, and in a very ethereal sort of manner, her body begins to float in the middle of the air as she like double or triple speaks. As her hair is like super flowing and everything, and her hands have like super long nails from not being kept really well. As she goes like, finally I am released, thank you, mortals. As she begins to wave there, and she goes, I have been locked in here for so long, and it's been 18 years, and finally I have the strength to escape this horrid prison. As she kind of like just floats above in front of you, and you're feeling some pretty nasty vibes from this woman. As her eyes, Gort.
I feel like anytime somebody says mortals, they're not a good person.
Agreed.
But yeah, good people say mortals. It's fine. It's
Do
all good.
they?
You're lying.
Shelby, thank you for the raid. We really appreciate it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad we don't. It's not a hate raid, so it's good
Yeah.
stuff.
It's lovely, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it is time that we perhaps remove this young lady from her prison, if you understand my meaning.
You mean kill her? Yes.
I mean, I wasn't going to say the word
You're
out
like,
loud.
one
but
moment,
you-
huddle. It's like,
If you could just hold
could we have a quick side meeting really quick? Sorry.
one moment and suck everyone into my shell.
she's like,
Um,
yes, do what you need to. I'll be over here. And she like,
Right.
just floats and kind of like,
You behave the creepy babe.
So we killing this girl, right?
Send it to. I don't. Girl is strong word. Yes, I kill,
Woman.
you kill. We kill. Everyone kill. High fives.
Fives.
High fives. Time
Here
to
you go,
If we sure
team.
mateys.
kill. Team, kill this girl. Okay.
Can I preemptively pre-initiative just take a sucker shot?
you're like 1 second, really quick, as you're like, and then,
Pretty much, yeah.
so- yeah.
Time out.
So-
Time out. Time out.
Yeah. So what happens at this moment is that the woman goes, you guys good? You got everything? All right, cool. And then she shines, and huge amounts of like violet energy just begins to pulsate from the body, and then begins to engulf the area with luminescence or whatever. As you see the spirit like begin to separate from the body, as the body of this woman begins to just like fall to the ground, now seemingly without power, as there's a shade, a specter, a spirit that's now before you, looks just like the half elf in your vision that was apparently murdered and sacrificed, and is now in the room that seems extremely powerful. And she goes, I can sense that there's an arcane barrier around this manor. I will give you an option. Help me to escape this place, and I will allow you to live. But if you choose to fight me, we can throw hands, but I assure you, you won't win. As you kind of notice also that the body of the young woman is now lying limp. Like it's still alive, but it seems to be in a vegetative state that's just has no soul in it apparently. And would you like to do anything, say anything, or just simply throw hands?
You're talking an awful lot of shit for someone in halberd cutting distance.
That's smack.
Let me get my monster manual really quick.
Oh Jesus! I'm afraid.
And what would you guys like to do?
I know what I would like to do, but I will wait and let everyone else do their thing first.
I mean, I'm gonna attack, but I'm melee, so I figure I'd probably not get a quick action in before shit goes down.
All right, so officially, Silmare, what would you like to do? Fight or talk?
For whatever reason, every time you say my name, I always think you're saying "so mayor," and I'm just so like,
So
"Huh, I
Mayor.
always forget. I didn't think there was somebody named Mayor in our um yeah, no, Silmare is definitely going to draw her sword, and her humming gets more intense as she starts glowing with magical energy and preemptively activates her blade song.
Okay.
Also, real quick, would you mind describing the lighting for me in this room right now?
Sure. The most amount of light being produced is from Harmon's light spell and also Seahawk's flame tongue rapier.
Flame
Is that
tongue
right?
rapier, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, there is violent energy that's pulsating throughout the room that is giving some sort of visibility, but not much. But for the immediate vicinity, there's a lot of light from light and fire. Yeah.
So you would say that in the immediate vicinity, the lighting is bright, and elsewhere it would be dim.
Correct.
Stunning. Um, so Silmare, Silmare starts humming a little bit more to herself, and her movements just become more graceful, and her body begins to shimmer a bit as she very quickly runs to the other end of the room, away from Harmond and Seahawk.
Okay. Perfect. And then Yura.
I'm going to use bolstering magic on myself, which will let me add a D3 to any attack roll or ability check for the next 10 minutes. That's that. I think that's just a free action because it doesn't say it's a bonus or an action or anything. But oh no, it is an action. So if I can do that before
Sure.
actual combat, I do that, and then I'm running towards the creature.
Okay.
And if it's flying in the air, I'm gonna jump at it.
Okay. It's hovering about like 5 feet off the ground or so. I will say like 3 feet actually. Off the
Okay,
ground.
then yeah, I'm just running.
And then Harmond, fight or talk?
Right, I have plan, if that is
Okay.
acceptable.
That's
Okay, do I have time to channel divinity really quick? Just
sure. That's fine.
little baby channel divinity. I will use path to the grave, and I will accrue lots of dark energy around me, and it will pour from my eyes and my mouth, and I curse this young lady.
Mhm.
So until the end of my next turn, then next time an ally of mine hits it with attack, it is vulnerable to all of attack's damage, and then the curse ends. So
Perfect.
it has vulnerability to all damage from attack. Next one.
And then Seahawk.
After having had our very long and in-depth discussion as to the fate of our floating ghoulish friend, I'm going to immediately, with a flare, flick my flame sword behind me, and with my free hand, draw out my flintlock and fire.
Okay, perfect. So she goes, all right, square up, you nerds. As so what we're gonna do is go ahead and roll initiative, and then we'll have you guys, because there really wasn't like a surprise round sort of thing. Like she was there, she sees you guys, you know. So during your actual like turn, so you've done stuff beforehand. So yeah. And we will-
Question.
Huh?
Since we are starting combat now, is it okay if we take a real quick 5 bathroom stand up stretch break before we dive into
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
combat?
This is the big bad guy, so that's completely fine. So we'll go ahead and take a 5-minute break really quick to like allow our players, you know, bathroom break, snacks, and all that kind of stuff. So bear with us really quick. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back really soon.
Thank you.
hear us. There we go. Perfect. Welcome back, everyone,
Hello.
to our final
Hi.
sort of encounter with Nelly, the banshee is what she actually is, but a souped up banshee. As she floats before you, there's violet energy all around. She's giving off violent vibes as she seems extremely desperate and angry and very hostile as she offered you a chance out, being like, help me escape and you'll get to live. And you're like, nah, dog. And think about that $5,000 bucks and how it could change your life and get you out of student loan debt and all that kind of stuff. So
I
it's
feel like we said goodbye to that $5,000 bucks when we went down into the basement. But you know,
We could
didn't
probably
die,
just
so,
take
yeah.
a lot of food and wine and make it all
Salad.
back.
sell it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. So
economy.
let's go ahead and do initiative really quick. So starting off with Seahawk.
So that was a natural 20.
Nice.
And as a rogue with alert,
Mm,
that gives
Oh,
me
damn.
a 30.
30? Jesus. All
best
right.
feat.
And Yura?
I got a 21.
21. Damn. All right. So I am going to have to put a 30 there. Okay. And then Samir?
16.
And then Harmon?
17. Because
okay.
apparently my dice want to be nice to me today.
High rollers. Oh my god. All right. So damn she. Yeah, there you go. So going over to Seahawk first. You are the first one to act. You see this giant spirit that's in front of you that's looking like they're ready to really go at you guys. What would you like to do?
As mentioned prior, I would like to distractingly flick my flame-tongued rapier. In doing so, using this opportunity to steady my aim for a sucker shot.
Okay. Perfect.
And so, with that steady aim, using my bonus action, that gives me advantage on the attack, which means that I get sneak attack.
Wow. All right.
So that will be a synthetic 20 to hit.
That does hit. Yep.
Cool. So that will be this guy plus some sneakies. So that will be 6 plus sneak, which will be 10, 12, 15. So 21 total.
Okay. So 21 total. Is your weapon magical?
It is a +1, so yes.
No, it is magic. Perfect. It goes through. And there we go. Perfect. Anything else for you? Do you have a second attack?
No, I used my bonus action to steady my aim.
Okay.
And that
So
was doubled, right? Or did you already double it?
I did not
Sorry.
double that. You are totally... Wait, no. Why would I double that? It wasn't a crit.
No, because
Vulnerable.
of the
They're
channel
vulnerable
divinity.
because of my curse.
Oh, vulnerable. That's right. All right. So that is
Oh.
42 damage.
42 damage. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's a heavy hit.
That's a heavy sucker shot right there.
All right. So after that, it's gonna head over to Harmon. Oh, sorry, not Harmon. It's headed over to Yura with the 21.
All right, yeah. So Yara is running up, has bolstering magic on, is going to use a bonus action to rage. When she rages, I have a wild magic surge. So let's find out what happens.
Love me some wild magic barbarians.
Okay, so I rolled a 1, and that means
Oh, no.
shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. And I'll also
your
gain.
friends, right? Natural 1, so that failed.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll take a d12 and I gain that in temp HP. That's only one, so no worries. But then I am going to get up close-ish and attack with my +2 halberd.
Perfect.
And this is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Okay, cool. Love it. That is going to be 16 points of damage.
Is that already doubled or is that the base damage?
That's base. The double was
Okay.
only for the first attack that hit.
Oh,
Yeah, it won't.
okay,
It won't
got
happen again unless I curse her again on my turn. which
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, 16.
Oh, so I'm the one who popped that? Might be.
Yes.
I
Hey,
mean,
that
it
was
was
a
a
good hit,
good
though.
attack to
Yeah.
pop. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that like there's literally entire multi-class builds that pair that with assassin
Mhm.
for the sneak attack vulnerability bullshit. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's real good. Sorry, it's actually 17 because rage damage went up 1 point at level 9. And then I'm going to attack again.
Okay, go for it.
And that is a 25.
25 to hit. Does hit. Yep.
And that'll be 16 points of damage.
Right, there we go. Anything else for you?
No, but as a heads up to you, I do have the Cloak of Displacement, so if they attack me, it'll be with disadvantage.
Okay. Perfect. And then after you, it is going to be them. So Nelly the Banshee looks out at you guys, and her eyes turn like abnormally black, like the darkest, deepest shade of black that exists. That just seems to suck in the light as she looks to all of you guys, which is like her horrifying visage, essentially. So each non-undead creature within 60 feet of the Banshee that can see her must succeed on a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. So everyone go ahead and roll a Wisdom saving throw, and you need 13 or higher to succeed.
Is this considered a magical effect?
I would, yeah, let's say it is, yeah.
Okay, then I have advantage. 15.
Succeed.
15.
14.
15, 14. Okay, succeed. Yuck. That's what I like to hear. All right, good. So you are frightened. A frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn with disadvantage if the Banshee was within the light assigned of it, ending the effect itself on a success. If the target saving throw is successful, the effect ends for it, and it's immune to the Banshee's horrifying visage for the next 24 hours. And I believe frightened is that you use your full movement to get away from the creature until your frightened ends, essentially. So we'll wait till that's your turn to do that. So that was like I'm gonna say that's their bonus action, says that should have happened when you first saw them or whatever. And now I'm going to do wail. So I can do this once per day. The Banshee releases a mournful wail, provided that she isn't in sunlight. This wail has no effect on constructs and undead. All other creatures in 30 feet of her that can hear her must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the creature... Oh, I'll read that later. So go ahead and do a Constitution saving throw. You need a 13 or higher to succeed.
How big is this whale?
All other creatures within 30 feet that can hear.
Okay, so is there much room left in the house?
You can travel up the stairs and everything. This area
This is a joke. It's
Oh,
just
okay,
a joke.
okay.
A play on
Whale.
words joke.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
I rolled a 13.
13. Okay, meets it, beats it. So you succeed.
17.
Really hoping I roll
17?
well because Eddie knows what this is.
26.
26. Got it. Seahawk, what'd you get?
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawk is not very wise.
Dude, where's your fur?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Well, On a failure, a creature drops to 0 hit points. On a success, wait, right as constructs all the creatures on. Yeah, okay. So, on a success, a creature takes 3d6 psychic damage. So, for Seahawk, you are down on the ground, frightened. You pooped yourself, you peed yourself, and
Yep.
you're not doing very good.
How many +1s do we have stashed?
You have 7 still.
Okay, so not enough to get you to pass.
Not from a 4.
Yeah.
So the rest of you are going to take 4, 10, 12 points of damage, psychic
Okay.
damage specifically. And that is her turn. Now I did that once. I can only do that once per day, so you don't have to worry about that next time. If she lives to see next time, because Jesus, you guys hit hard. And after that, it's going to go over to Harmond.
Well, that really put a damper on my original plan because I can't leave Seahawk dead, obviously. So give me just a moment to go through. Yes, here we go. Bonus action, I will upcast Healing Word, but because he is at 0 hit points and I am Grave Cleric, I don't have to roll the dice. I just give max healing. So that's 5, 10, 15, 25 hit points back to you.
Where did it go?
That was close one. And then as action, I'm going to go ahead and again channel divinity and curse the banshee.
Okay.
Good luck, Selmer. And then that will be my turn.
Silmer, it is now your turn.
Thank you, oh, no, thanks, Hammond. There we go.
You're a doll. Yeah.
You're a doll. You're a doll. All right. And to confirm, you said that the lighting is dim.
Correct. You chose to move. So yeah, you're in the darkest part of the room.
So yeah, y'all just see Silmare. I imagine it's like I was playing Okami on stream a while ago, and you know that dude who has the flute, and then he like goes like that, and like the energy sword comes out of it. It's very that, only it's made out of shadows. You could also liken it to that one version of Gundam.
Yeah. Amazing.
So yeah, there's just this blade of dark energy coming out of her hand, and she says, I appreciate it. As she casts Shadow Blade and goes to whackety whack with it. And I have Elven Accuracy. So I get advantage when I attack using this sword in dim light or darkness. And with Elven Accuracy, I get to roll 3d20s instead of 2.
Oh my
Go for it.
god.
Triple advantage.
Yep. So that is 15 plus 8. I assume it hits.
23. Yep. You do hit for sure.
Great. And then that's going to be 2d8 psychic damage. For 8 psychic damage. And I believe so I'll let you adjudicate this.
Mhm.
Oh, never mind. I lied. It's a +3 bonus to multiple other things except for what I think it thought it was. So yeah, just it's just 8 psychic damage. That is 16 because she's vulnerable. Then we're gonna slash again for wow. Y'all, triple advantage. I rolled a 2, a 4, and a 5.
No. Maybe you'll
But it's
still
plus-
hit.
8, 13.
Nope.
Tragic.
All right.
Unfortunately. I mean, you do have the +7, the pool of +7. So if you wanted to spend some of those, I can't tell you what the AC is, but you can choose to spend some, all of them, whatever you want to. See if you can get there.
13. We'll spend 4 to make it a 17.
You do hit.
Stun. All right. For 14 psychic damage.
14? Okay.
Yes. And that is not vulnerable, correct?
Correct. It ended with your first attack.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chuckle and step back into the shadows.
Right, perfect. And after you, it's gonna go back up to Seahawk.
First question. Am I still at the same place because I never actually had a chance to run?
Correct. Yeah.
And since I fainted, I'm not afraid anymore?
You're prone, and we're gonna say that it's gone away since you
Great. Here's a slightly also important question. Upon fainting, did I drop my sword?
I'm gonna say no, but if you sorry, if you look at her, you are gonna be affected by horrifying visage, and you will have to roll again because it only is if someone succeeds, then that target is immune. But you failed the first time, so you're gonna have to be subject to that again.
That is fair.
All right.
But I did not drop my sword. That is an important key detail.
You did not
Great.
drop your sword. Yeah.
Fantastic. Last important detail. Is my friend Silmer still within 5 feet of the Banshee?
I'm gonna say no because you went back into the shadows, right? You
Just narratively, I would not have tried to. I would not. have
Oh,
wanted to
okay. You
provoke an
didn't
attack of
actually move. Okay,
opportunity.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was that a yes?
Yep. Still within 5 feet.
Great. Then indignified at the gall of having fainted on the ground, I'm going to put on my fish and I'm going to rapier forward, flaming in a fit of glory, charge forward back at this creature and attack.
All right. Roll me the DC or wisdom saving throw really quick.
Yep, there it is. Okay. Come on, Umbraloculus, don't fail me now.
You're like,
Got it.
and then,
Great, a synthetic 20.
yep, you do succeed.
Great.
Carry on.
Cool. So yeah. I'm assuming, well, I guess how far away is the Banshee from me?
It would be 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to bonus action dash to finish getting there since I had to stand up. But flame sword charging forward, and since I have a friend within 5 feet of it, I should be able to still get the bonus of sneak attack if this hits. I believe it should, because that's a 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Fantastic. And as the sword swings at said Banshee, you hear a booming crackle as they get wrapped in both flames and thunderous energy. Booming blade.
Perfect.
Plus sneak attack.
Can I just say this is such a huge anime moment?
I know, right?
God damn it! I forgot to booming blade my sword. Damn it! Oh,
Do
fuck.
not
You-
disord.
You peed yourself, you pooped yourself, but you got that flaming sword and you.
I
turned it
did.
around.
I did. It's the small victories. So let's see. So that will be 5 plus 6 plus 7. So that's 18 so far, plus sneak attack will be 11, 16, math is hard, 20. So what is that? I said 16 before, so that's 36 total.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. So, as you get up, you dust yourself off. You like sprint as hard as you can with your sword and drive it into like the chest or wherever you're choosing to strike. At Nelly, this banshee. It seems to hit her at her core as she begins to shake and begin to crackle and sort of shatter. But she goes, wait, time out, time out, time out. As she like looks to you and goes, look to her as you she looks back and you see the vegetative state of the Baron's daughter that's extremely just like void and empty. And it goes, if you strike me down and slay me, you will not only end myself, but you will end her as well. Or worse, you will leave her victim or vulnerable to any other wandering spirits to be able to inhabit her body and possess her. If you let me live, I will go back into that body and let her have control for the rest of her life and do this. But I just wanted to see outside and escape this place to see how my family went. But clearly, this I'm going to either meet my end here, or get to choose to live a life with her. So I'll let you sort of decide as um, the blade is like inches away from final death for her, but she's like holding it with all her might to keep it at bay.
Sorry, can we have a quick side meeting? Is that all right?
1 second. We're gonna let Seahawk decide because it's his blade thrust into the chest.
The ever most important question of all time: do I believe her?
What is your insight?
Are we
Passive insight.
asking passive?
Yeah.
Passive is 15.
15. You do believe her. She seems extremely genuine, and it kind of reminds you of like at the beginning of the combat. She didn't try to immediately murder you. She offered you a peaceful option of trying to just both get out of this area or whatever. So it seems like she genuinely wants the more peaceful route. Yeah, and she needed 18 years to charge up to this point, but now she's going to be dissipated to like barely anything after this.
No funny business.
New funny business, I swear. And
I carefully withdraw my blade.
you withdraw your blade, not ending the life, and we'll say this happens in like a matter of a split seconds where a lot of you guys are kind of confused by what he's doing, and you withdraw your blade and she like seeps back into the body of the young Eldrin woman as she shudders and shakes and finally comes to life essentially as she like looks around the room, takes in huge deep breaths and begins to just sob hysterically, and she's like, where am I, like what happened and who are you people, as she just like freaks out. And yeah, so because we're horribly over time, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So what happens from this point on, there's no more combat. The chill in the air goes silent, other than like Craig, the orc ghost, who wanders around contemplating his life and everything, or unlife. This woman, this young Eldrin woman, explains to you that she has no idea, who she is. She used to be a very young girl. Then something happened in her youth, and then she ended up being just knocked out and can't quite remember. There's only visions of her life. Dawn approaches, and some men at arms come and undo the arcane barrier and come in to find you guys, and is shocked to see the daughter still there. They call the Baron back from war, and he immediately arrives to find his daughter in his hands and is completely eternally grateful to you guys. He doesn't just give you $5,000 bucks; he gives you $10,000 bucks and offers you land and titles for taking care of this curse that plagued him for so long. And he's eternally grateful. So you actually had like the best ending for like, I ran this like 4 times, and like one of them was like, I'm gonna slap the girl, and they killed her, and then like it was worse. So yeah, so
See? Bonus.
exactly. So good job on doing the right thing. So you did a great job. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and do our outros, because I kept these wonderful people 40 minutes over our end time and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and go around the room and do your outros. We raised $335 tonight, so that's gonna get split up 5 ways. Thank you so
That's
much, everyone, for
amazing.
donating. You're amazing. If you want to do any last tips, feel free to do so
Heck yeah.
before we split everything up and everything like that. So starting with Pawn Plays, how amazing are you? Where can we find you? What are you going to work on next? And where are you going to use the money for?
Hi, I'm pretty amazing. I feel not quite as amazing as chat, who donated $335. That's incredible, and I want to cry a little bit. I am Pawn Plays. I go by Pawn Plays on all my social medias, or Pawn Plays Games on Instagram. You can find me every Monday night over on twitch.com/Fateful Encounters, where I play tabletop role-playing games, and this money is going to go to helping me get a stream deck, which, like, wow, oh my gosh, I'm so close. Amazing. And I will be using that stream deck for my next project, where I'll be running tech and running my own D&D game over on another channel. Thank you so much, all of you. Amazing. I cry.
Oh, awesome. And that's $67 each. So that's a chunk of money. That's like really, really good. Yeah. So going over to Discount Bard, tell us about how amazing you are. What are you going to use money for?
No, I'm just kidding. Hi, everyone. I'm Eddie, the Discount Bard. You can find me on all the social medias at Discount Bard. I'm a TTRPG player, streamer. I do Sea of Thieves content primarily on my Twitch channel. I also do various D&D content on all sorts of other channels like this one here. And I'll be using the funds to work on my Sea of Thieves TTRPG that I will be doing as my DM debut in the next couple of months or so. So very, very excited for that. And also, I second Pawn's notion. Y'all are amazing. Holy cow. And, like, love you all. Seriously.
Thank you. And then we got one last donation from Blysmith to make the each of us are going to get 69.
Hey.
Perfect.
Nice.
So, and then going over to Coral, tell us about how amazing you are, where we can find you, and what you're going to use the money for.
Hi friends. Y'all are amazing. I'm amazing. We're amazing. Everybody's fucking amazing. And you know who else is amazing? The community over at twitch.tv/queerventuretime, which is where you'll be able to find me and the wonderful community that we know and love. And we talk about all the things: sex, gender, sexuality, kink, wholesome vibes, unwholesome conversations. Speaking of those things, though, girl, she's a trans girl who's really getting into her life. And straight up, I'm using this money to buy myself some cute ass lingerie.
Yes.
And with that, I think a bitch is gonna fucking start not an OnlyFans, but a Just for Fans, because OnlyFans, we'll talk. If you want to talk about that, we'll talk about it on my channel, babe. But that's what I'm fucking doing with this. It's going towards gender euphoria, y'all.
Nice. We'd love to see it. And then going over to Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm like so freaking grateful to be here. Seriously, I'm new to the TTRPG scene on Twitch, and it's been nothing but like a huge blessing so far. And yeah, thank you, D'Angelo, for having me on your channel, but thank you, community, for being so freaking amazing. I have a Curse of Strahd game on Tuesdays on my channel, and a Kids on Bikes / Brooms game that I have on Sundays, and we're starting an Avatar Legends game using the Quick Start. And yeah, we've got cool things happening, and I'm gonna use the money to pay artists because I love artists. And yeah, thank you all.
Pond, would you like to admit which 7 and why you're on the verge of crying?
Oh, thank you to Arkline for buying me a stream deck. I'm gonna go cry.
Oh my god.
That's
so
amazing.
now the money that I made is gonna go to buying portraits for my players for my new game. So thank you very much for that. I am very grateful.
That's actually the spirit of this event, is homies helping homies. So my name is D'Angelo Murillo. This is my channel. You can find me at @that_D'Angelo on all social medias. What I do is fight with all my heart and soul to provide a safe and inclusive and diverse space for content creators to come here to thrive and be their best versions of themselves and to make money as well. So like some of you here may not have ever been paid for a performance before, and now you are a paid performer, a paid tabletop RPG performer and everything. So it's really cool. We love to see it. I have a lot of events coming on my channel. Actually on Sunday is D&D and Diversity, where we are gonna do like a bi-monthly sort of stream, getting all these talented, creative, beautiful POC content creators and putting them together in a very hard dungeon crawl to showcase how talented, how cunning, how smart they are at tabletop RPG, so that they can be considered for other projects and everything like that. So stay tuned for that on Sunday. And thank you again so much for everything and being here tonight. Follow everyone on all their socials. Thank you again so much to our community and the chat for being here through the hate raid, through the whole event. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you have a wonderful night. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.